Let's take it live. I'm gonna hamster my water bottle while we go live.
Hi, I'm Tony, and this is Tales of Sentra.
That's
Good
right, it's
ventriloquism.
me.
You've been doing a great job with that ventriloquism. You're practicing really.
Thank you. Yeah, everybody, it's Tales of Sentra. It's episode 33. The gang's all here. Sid is here. She's presently taking a phone call, and that's okay. Richard's here. He's just half napping, so he's not on camera, and that's okay. But gang's all here. It's a new episode, which means things are going to happen. But before things happen, we need to recount what previously happened. So, who would like to do a little recap of last time?
Previously on Tales of Sentra, the gang, the group, decided to, in their few days of free time in between sending a couple scrawlings over to Bright Bay, decided to host a martial arts tournament, Budokai Tenkaichi, one might say, between the two martial arts houses, the ones of the brains and the ones of the bronze, not to be confused with Brawn, but he did fight with the bronze, so I hope I reconfused it.
You fought with the
Anywho,
bronze, but you got silver.
it's true. Top three, not bad. And
Top two.
so Hazard and Brawn fought on the muscle side, and Charlie fought on the brain side. And it looked like it was going to be a pretty handily victory for the muscle, but it turns out that brain came out on top after all, with the quite power and bravery of Charlie. After that, the two masters fought each other in mortal combat, showing their quite impressive skills. And then Big Boy came out on top. Thunderclap them cheeks. And then the gang fought against Thunderclap and narrowly managed to survive, let alone win. After that, Hazard was able to learn a new healing chi technique, the healing hands of healing. And
That's it. That's what it was called.
healing adept. And then while Charlie was there, he was also able to learn a feat from the Midnight, I want to say?
Night Sky.
Night Sky. He learned Spare Spell, which lets him hold on to one extra spell slot of variable number.
Yeah. Basically, it's possible when he spends one, he can roll to potentially not actually spend it.
Right. What you doing there? Anywho.
All right, zooming in on that.
It did not.
Someone's measuring Braun's taint.
That is not me. Anywho, the following morning, the gang woke up, and having received new information, they learned that the transcriptions read, "Hail, Dream King Dominus, your humble servant, enter servant name here, shall enter this mortal realm and tear down that which built. May every reign slumber longer than the last, until the world awakens once more." So it seems like they're up to no good in the neighborhood. With that said, Braun did produce 4 dream catchers, giving one to each member of the newly christened dream catchers. And they, with a renewed sense of vow and purpose, they carry on to their next destination, where they hope to find another dream gate and slay the Dream Knight before he brings chaos and ruin onto the land.
I like that. Cool. So yeah, you guys were given basically, you guys were given a way to decode the archways, although it seems like they all say similar things. And on top of that, you were told that the next 2 gates lie in the twin cities of the Stout races, the Dwarven city of Hollow's Edge, and the Gnome/Halfling city of Hilson. And with one being en route to the other, you guys are going to be stopping at Hollow's Edge first. Although I did give you guys the choice because, wanted to give you guys the option, but you went with the what I figured you'd go with anyway. Let's get music. Alrighty. So you guys, you've woken up in the morning. It is time to depart from Canop. You were given these instructions as to where you're going to go next. But before you leave... actually, let me mess with this music volume. Alright. Before you leave... you may recall that Hazard handed over the scales that he collected from the serpent to your pal Greta, and requested that she do something with them. And she has done something with them. Just before you leave, she kind of catches you guys at the door. Just, oh, you guys are on your way out. I guess you know where you're headed next, then.
Believe so. The dwarf capital. Seems we might have another hit somewhere we can go.
Oh, I see. That's the one place I didn't ever get to do too much business. I guess I sort of prefer to forge their own stuff there, but no big deal. Hey, before you go, I finished your little request with those rainbow scales you gave me. Charlie, this is you said you don't really wear armor, but you'd like a nice cloak.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, if I ever need to be presentable, then yeah.
Well, if you need to be presentable, then I've got the thing for you. And she's gonna hand you this item.
Oh my god, it's the cloak I dreamed of.
Mm-hmm.
In Technicolor.
So this cloak that she's, I'm gonna copy and paste the description here for you. This is basically a wondrous item. If you want to read out what that'll do for you, Richard.
Rainbow cloak. By running their hands over them, the wearer can change the cloak to any color of the rainbow or combination thereof.
I want one.
So it's basically like, those sequin shirts that have like one design and then you run your hand over it becomes another design. It's like that,
And
but
then
you
on
can
some of them it's Nicolas Cage's face when you do it.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yes.
I love it.
So it's basically you've got a thing like that, but you can swap as you want for any color of the rainbow.
Yay!
So she gives you that on the way out. So Charlie, if you want to look presentable, I guess you've got plenty of options for how to do that.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Can I briefly just tell you how much of a dumbass I am?
Always.
Just briefly.
Anytime.
So you said the scales that you got from the snake, and for some reason I thought of scales. I was like, how did that turn into a cloak? And then I sat and I thought about it.
You never know when you need to weigh two heavy objects.
Such a dumbass.
No, I
got there eventually.
I do that same thing all the time. That is funny though. So any other business in the city? Otherwise, I'm assuming you guys are just gonna board the train and head on out.
Greta, was it?
Yes.
Where do you think you'll be in the near future?
Wherever business takes me. But it's my understanding that you guys are able to contact me from a distance if need be, right?
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. I don't have the gold for it now. But if I do come into I'd like to order some armor from you.
Of course. And I think we had this combo last time, but it's fine. We can recap it. And any sort of, she's looking at, the gauntlet and the other stuff you're wearing. Any sort of embellishments or, branding on this armor you're looking to use?
As long as it keeps me not dead. That's the important part.
I agree.
As far as
that is the most important part.
Any other extra stuff, you can do whatever you want. I don't particularly care.
Careful with whatever you want. I've made some pretty crazy designs.
Braun just gives her this 1,000-yard stare of woman, don't test me.
She looks at you back with just a very, just like, the, like, slight raised eyebrows thing, like, yes?
Anyways, I'll let you know if I come into some more gold.
Great. Well, I'm around.
All
We'll
right.
contact you.
Great. In the meantime, I don't know.
God,
Guess I'll
that'd
hang
be
out here
great.
for a little longer. Yeah. All right. So off to the train with you.
To the choo-choo train.
Right. Now, point of order. You're leaving on the morning of the 12th, and you're basically going to get to Hollow's Edge. It's going to be a day, but like a day and a quarter ride there. So you've got basically 30 hours, let's say, of if there's RP or things that you wish to do on this train ride, now is the time. Any sort of combos that need to happen, any sort of, yes, I know, I see the gears turning, Sid, and I'm pretty sure I know what you're thinking of. Now's the perfect time for all that stuff.
I don't know.
You're going through contacts in your head, Sid?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
As a cartographer, I think I'm going to see what maps I can dig up to, like, on the train ride, kind of research and look at, like, where we're going and figure out anything that could come up as useful architecturally.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Just studying, see if I can find a map and study the layout of the city, just in case we need to, like, get around it, or,
Okay. Well, one of you, well, not one of you presently, but one of the party has been there before. Van was actually there briefly. Yeah. If you're, you'd probably be able to just talk to some people on the train and gather that information. So, essentially what you're going to learn is, it's built in the heart of the mountain range. So a lot of the buildings are sort of built into the actual mountains. It's a dwarven city, so obviously blacksmithing is a very, very popular thing. It's the main industry in town. Yeah, that's basically the stuff you learn.
Okay. Cool. Other than that, I can't think of anything really I'd like to do. You said like 36 hours?
About 30 hours, yeah. A little over a day.
Alright, so we get a second long rest, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, it might matter in Sid's case, getting a second long rest in, but
Right, because I gotta send stuff.
mm-hmm.
La la la. But before that, I would like to find Mr. Braun for a moment.
He is on the top right.
Hey there, you? Look at you right next to me in this weird little Brady Bunch line. Hey.
Here's a
Life shot,
story.
not a hazard.
Can I bug you with a really silly question, sir?
How silly is the question?
It's not like, talking about like half-lumps and losels or something. It's more silly because it's something that I have been kind of mulling over and worrying about, perhaps for no reason whatsoever.
What is it, Allison?
Do you plan on seeing these quests through?
What do you mean?
I mean, Vander left and Fisk left, and they kind of cited, hey, we're almost dying pretty frequently, and we got the 2 new kids, and they've already had their brush with things, and I wasn't sure if you intended on sticking around. I'm curious if I'm going to, I don't know, be the one left standing. I know that we just got these fancy, these things you made, but...
Where's this coming from, Allison?
I worry, because it is a frequent, almost death thing, and, it sucks, and I get why the others wanted to go, and it's just something that I've been thinking about.
Valison, you should know you don't have to be here.
Yes, I do.
You're not obligated to be here, is my point. If you find that it's
No.
too dangerous or too much, you have the option to bow out.
Well, it is dangerous, and I know that, and I know I have that option, but I'm not going to take it. I want to see this through. If not for me, then, for my family, for my little brother.
Brown's gonna kind of like lean in a little close and say, I don't know if you noticed, but what we keep going up against, they're more deadly, they're more dangerous, they're more lethal.
Yep.
Each time.
I noticed. Spitter the Quitter wasn't a really light hitter either,
Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And I'm sure we haven't seen the last of him.
No, I don't think so.
Cut to. I'm just kidding.
He's
But-
on the train.
If we continue this path, there's a good chance it will mean all of our ends.
Yeah.
I mean, I can poke with a stick and with the best of them. But
Pretty good.
at some point, I'm guessing. I mean, I'm in my 50s. My knees still hurt yesterday from when I was hasted.
That's why I'm worried about your cholesterol and all of that bacon,
I don't want to talk about that right now. He takes another bite from his pocket bacon.
Of course not. We will not talk
Bacon.
about the bacon.
My point is that I'm here so long as I'm useful. Because right now there's no one else doing this job.
Mm-mm.
And if this job doesn't get done, then everyone gets screwed.
Yep. That's why I'm here.
But I'm also aware that this could be a journey that I don't come back from. That any of us don't come back from.
That's one of the reasons why I worry so much about Charlie.
I know.
He's still very young.
What are Charlie and Hazard doing now?
Well, I assume Charlie gets bored at some point early on in this train ride. Is that an accurate statement?
Are we there yet?
It's probably been like half an hour at most.
We literally just left.
You know what? Listen, I'm just happy that they let me go in the right direction. Because the last time they put me on a train, it was not a good scenario.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a good thing that they put us both in the same room. So, are they trying to get rid of both of us?
We're not
I
even on the
I
train.
definitely get the sense that they want to talk with each other without us in front of them.
Yeah,
I get that. I get that feeling for sure. But I don't think they're trying to get rid of us anymore.
Okay,
Because I think that we've shown ourselves to be really good in battle.
that's true. Cool. Yeah, I don't know. Do you want to get into some trouble?
I don't know. I'm trying to stay out of trouble. But
Cool.
As he sits there in a cloak just glowing with 7 different colors.
But
I'm
if
trying to
you
lay
wanna
low
have
here.
some fun, I could have some fun. Because train rides are not the most exciting.
No. Sometimes there's a mystery, though. A murder mystery. Tony, would you
Mhm.
say this train, is it kind of like one of those fancy airplanes with like first class and like the common grounds
Oh,
or
yeah.
common area?
Yeah.
I would like to I'd like to roll to either retrospectively or initiate swiping a passenger manifest.
Okay. We'll do that. So you go off hunting for that, but we'll cut back over to Val and Braun chatting first.
Okay.
Let's
Leave it.
go
Bless you,
look for
Ryan,
murder.
by the way. Bless
Hmm?
you.
What?
Just there's been a murder.
There's been a murder.
I do declare.
So yeah, Braun and Val left off with, "That's what has me worried about Charlie."
I'll say
Yeah.
this.
It is dangerous, and I know that, but
My intention is not to leave until it's done. But if someone comes along that's better for you guys than I am, then I'll happily step aside. If it means the job gets done. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I can't do this forever.
right. I was just wondering, you know. Thank you for your honesty.
And Braun's just going to kind of shift back uncomfortably in whatever cabin they're in, just kind of like trying to find a corner to like fall asleep on, but like not really, you know, just kind of.
Okay. So Sid, whenever you figure out your sending contacts, let me know, because you've got.
Oh yeah, I need to.
Because you've got
write
whatever.
that shit out.
Because you've got whatever slots you could use today.
Right.
And then you will be long. You will get another long rest before you arrive to the city.
I have 1/3 level. Fuck.
Wait,
Okay.
in general, it's
Yes.
a new day. You should be long rested.
Oh, I got it's new day.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You guys left in the morning.
In that case, I have 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you figure out what you want to do with those. In the meantime, Hazard is looking around for a manifest.
Yeah.
I would say if you'd probably just be able to take 20 and find one. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to.
Cool. I was gonna roll investigation and stealth to see if I could snag it.
I mean,
Find it and snag it?
I'll give it to you. Is if you're
All right.
you can. I mean, you've got all the time in the world, so you can totally just take a 20.
Well, I might need to. I can't spend like all day on it, so I know I only have 30 hours, so I prefer to try to get it done in the first hour or two.
I mean, taking 20 just takes an hour.
Okay, cool. So I will snag it, and I'm going to look for names from the first class list that would be like anyone politically I would recognize that have like done some serious BS, and looking for corrupt individuals
Okay.
on like the corrupt individual shit list, basically. And see if any of them are traveling at the moment.
I don't think you'll find anyone like that at the moment on this train.
That's a bummer. Oh well. I'll put the crowbar back in my backpack. Well, let's see. What else can we do with this?
Well, while you're thinking about that, an individual somebody will pass by you on their way into the train where Braun is currently sitting, into that train car. He'll be pushing a drink cart through.
I do have one quick question for the DM. Is
Yes.
changing my Technicolor Dreamcoat, is that action, bonus action, free action?
If you're gonna do it in combat, although I don't see why you'd ever need to, then it would probably be I would call it an action, because if you're trying to like run over the complete cloak, it'd probably take a couple seconds.
Okay.
So we'll say it's an action, but yeah, I don't imagine you'd ever actually need to do it in combat, but yeah.
Okay.
Because it's just a wondrous item. So at some point, this individual will be pushing the bar cart through the train cars, and he'll stop when he notices Braun and just, "Oh, Mr. Hamstrong, we meet again." Seems
So
like,
we do. How are you, Mr. Conductor?
oh, you've got me confused with my twin again. Ducky's up there conducting. I'm Barry the bartender, just bringing the bar cart through.
Right, sorry, you look very similar.
Well, that's twins for you. And if you're headed to Hollow's Edge, you better be prepared. Twins are more common than not. among the dwarves. So get used to it. That's all I'm saying.
You don't say.
I do say. You asked me to keep an eye out if a certain individual was traveling.
I did.
Someone who, let's say, produces a lot of saliva.
Yeah, he likes to spit. What? Have you seen
That's
him?
it, yeah.
Is he here?
He's not here, and I haven't seen him in a couple days. But last I was looking things over, I know that he was heading to the eastern side of the continent. I'm not sure how far he went, where he got off, but I know that's where the direction he was heading.
East side. Okay.
Sorry, I can't be more specific, but just thought you might want to know.
It's good to know, just to know that we're not going to get frozen and stabbed in the middle of the night.
That's a bit of a low bar for safety, but whatever lets you sleep at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, you want anything off this card? I'm just making my way through.
Do you just have some tea, something to kind of settle the nerves a bit?
Absolutely. You want me to make that a Dwarven tea?
Is that with liquor?
That's what the wink was for, yes?
Then yes, I would.
All right. He'll make that for you. And then he'll move on. Andrew, any idea, is Hazard gonna do something else, or what do you think?
I mean, if he's not saying any suspicious or concerning names, anyone like either politically, criminally, whatever Venn diagram overlap there is there. Any suspicious names? I mean, other than that, not really much to do.
Not on this train. I mean, you're coming from not a really rough area. Although I guess it's worth saying though, during your ride, while you guys are on the train, at some point you will be passing through the Tiefling city of Scorchstone, which you guys have kind of just passed by a couple of times now. You haven't actually been into the city yet, but this is cool art that I like showing off, so here it is. Sid,
Nice.
do you know who you'll be contacting yet?
Right now, I believe it's a toss-up between, I think, Amber Ungard. She's the current Dwarven ambassador. She is?
Yes.
Fuck.
That's the, you may recall Van and the thieves were moving through the building and they found a body.
Shit! That's right. She was the current Dwarven ambassador. Yep, that makes sense. And Leia Loose Tongue, she left. What else did I found? Is Toto there? Tailbearer.
Toto and Leah are both in the other town. They are in.
Oh!
They're in. Well, I'm saying that's not where you're headed this time, but that's where the other one is. That's the known.
Right, but I want to
halfling
check in
city.
on one to be like.
Yeah, you could.
Hey,
yes, yeah. You
everything's good there.
No, yes, they're in their city. They're just not in the city you're headed to. Is what I meant.
Okay. In that case, maybe Leia Loose Tongue if she's there because she has history with Braun at bare minimum.
Sure. Yeah. If you want to contact her, you can.
Okay. Finally, my stellar fucking notes have paid off.
I mean, it's basically it's like your book of contacts for sending.
Yeah. So, and she's where Provis Nix was, right?
Correct.
Okay. Which we're not going to first presently, maybe. So I would like to send to her using my first 3rd level spell.
Okay.
Hello. Not to raise any undue alarm, but I was curious if anything in town was like amiss. You know, like anything weird. Also, this is Valison. Hello again.
Good to hear from you, Valison. It has been a while. Oh
no, get to the chase, lady. Get to
Nothing
the chase, lady.
out of the ordinary now, but feel free to stop by anytime. XOXO.
Okay, great. So, one of those areas is super jive and good, y'all. Shoot.
just you just fuse like 8 different areas and eras of slang in that sentence.
That's kind of common Sydney too. Surprise, surprise. So that was one. I do not think we have anything for that place that we are going to. But also I would like to send something to my mama.
Okay.
Hi, Mama. I just wanted to let you know that I'm still alive and I love you and I miss you and I hope everything is going okay and I hope Ildon is doing well and I don't know if he's still doing the guard thing, but... And it just keeps going. It runs out of text.
Until it runs out.
It just rambles. Yeah.
All right. You get back. It is nice to hear from you, daughter. Your brother is doing great with his apprenticeship. Your father is also doing fine, as am I.
Oh, good. Everybody's fine, y'all. Anybody else want to talk to anybody before I go spitter the quitter some more?
No.
Going once, going twice, third spell slot
Okay.
to spitter the quitter.
Wait, what are you doing?
She's just sending.
I'm just
Why
sending...
are you sending to Spitter?
She's been
I
taunting.
just really want to politely to tell him that I don't like him still. I kind of want to be like, get bent, shitlord, but that's not me, really.
Okay, just as a heads up, he's on the east side of the continent right now.
Oh, like towards...
Like
Oh.
where your family is.
Have you been talking to him? How did you know that?
I have my ways. I asked the
But you,
bartender.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, maybe I won't tell.
I imagine Barry's like, hello! In the background.
Yep. Oh, yeah, that's me.
In that case, I think I will send to Fisk and just be like, hello, buddy, we miss you. Bye. We're
Alright.
still alive also. Bye.
All right.
Oh man, that's good. Honestly, I wasn't sure if you would be.
He's so very confident in our abilities, everybody. Also, Bron, he said that he loves you very, very much.
By all of you being alive, I hope you mean that the kid's alive too.
No, he is dead. No, I can't respond back. That was all three.
Yep. All right, guys. Any other train shenanigans? Otherwise, we're gonna cut ahead to the following, like after lunchtime by an hour or two. It's like afternoon when you do arrive at the dwarf city.
Could I take 20 to whittle something cool?
I suppose.
What should I whittle, guys? I have this like I keep forgetting that I made Bron Swanson. He makes stuff out of wood. What should I make
You
out of
can
wood?
make a train whistle thing.
Yeah.
Train whistle?
Yeah, like the little the wooden ones.
Oh, so like I could call you guys from really far away or something?
Yeah, it could be like your It
Wait,
could be your oh shit whistle.
am I making a rape whistle right now? Is that what's happening?
Just hear it in a bar. Somebody's like there haranguing you about not like being vegan or something. You just start blowing.
It's not a bad idea. I'll make a whistle and give it to Charlie.
Okay. Roll me. What would carving be? Sleight of hand?
We've been running. Well, I was gonna take 20 since we have time.
Right. Okay.
But
But
if
what would
we
your
wanna
mod
do-
be on top of that?
I was hoping wisdom, because that's how he kind of, navigates stuff.
Okay. I'm just trying to think
Imagine-
of what I'm trying to think of what skill it would fall under. Like, would whittling be under survival?
I mean,
Or
sometimes it could be, but like as far as like the main stat,
Right.
I would
Wisdom.
say like
Okay.
so.
Imagine though that it sounds like an elementary school recorder,
And
and that's the power you just gave that child.
do you have tools that you're proficient in as well?
Yes, that's what
There's
I
wood carving
have.
tools and stuff.
Okay, cool. So what's that all come out to then, score wise, if you're taking 20?
Then it would be wisdom, and so it'd be 26.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna say you make a whistle, and like if this is something that like you want to have down in your if you're giving it to Richard to Charlie, then I guess this would be something for your notes, Richard. If you whittled a real good whistle on the train, then I'll say that whistle can be heard. Let's see, 26 is real good, so we'll say like half-mile away.
Holy shit, that is a powerful whistle.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Charlie, I'm trusting you with this. It's a whistle. If things look bad and you're alone and you need us there, use it. All right?
Okay, and if I'm coming to save you, I'll give the whistle so you have a heads up.
Yeah, nope, that's not necessary. You don't need to do that. Just if you need help. Just if you want us to be there, that's all you got to do.
Okay, I don't think I'm gonna need it, but thank you.
Just in case.
Starts playing the freaking Titanic theme song on it. It's all squealy and shit.
Now practice hot cross buns and let me know how it goes.
Okay.
Demon.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to do.
All right, cool. So you do that, and anything else, guys?
I think that's it.
Okay.
Nothing right now.
So on the morning of the afternoon of the 13th, you guys arrive at the Dwarven city of Hollow's Edge. And right now, the only locations you would know of are the ones that Van went to when he was here, which was the tavern, and then he went to the armory.
You know, thinking about it, I should have maybe not sent to my mama immediately in my car. I probably could have sent to Van and been like, hey, yo, homie, what's good?
It is a new day, so you do have your slots back again.
I use another fucking spell slot to just start slinging stuff at people. Hello, Mr. Warren. We're in Hollow's Edge right now. Is there anything, like, awesome here? Miss you.
Van's been to the bar, and he's been inside the armory, but that's kind of it.
The taverns are cheap. The armory is exquisite.
Not so cheap.
Not so cheap. Enjoy the sights.
He also said that he misses you, Mr. Brown.
I don't believe you.
And when Hazard steps off the train, he'll see what he was gathering info about, how the city is, right? It's adjacent to all these mountains. Some stuff is built into the actual mountains. And yeah, here you are.
What's the
He did
vibe
say
here? How many people are here? What's going on?
It's a big Dwarven city. It's the Dwarven city. There's a decent amount of hustle and bustle going on.
And what's the major thing that supplies its economy?
Blacksmithing.
Got it.
Hence the armory.
Ooh. I want Braun to make this. Hold on. Oh god. Please don't do anything weird. There we go.
So yeah, the vibe is city hustle and bustle. It's not like that's neat. It's not like definitely not like a chaotic vibe or anything like that, if that's what you're trying to inquire about. All right, let's switch up the music.
At Cracker Barrel.
Oh, no, Cracker Barrel ad first. Cracker Barrel, not a sponsor, but a tasty restaurant. Ding.
Well, let's see. Is there a center of town, a square, maybe like a bulletin board, news, flyer, something like that to kind of get a lay of the land a bit?
Yeah, you could totally find something like that.
And I go do that.
Okay. Well, actually, being at the train station is probably the best place to find that. So you find. So of this list I'm gonna give you, technically, I don't know. Pretend that number 7 isn't there, because it wouldn't actually be listed there. But so you would see an ad for the tavern, for the armory, for the forge, for these 2 shops. Well, for this 3rd shop as well. Although you wouldn't also it would not say that it was. Well, there probably would be a little like stamp next to it that said it was closed actually. So that's what you see.
Are there any wanted and/or missing posts on this wall here?
Actually, there would be a missing post, and it was probably pinned right next to number 6 here, and it would say that the owner of said shop has not been seen for a few days.
Whitwick's Blondes?
Yeah,
Do we know that person?
You do
Have
not.
we been there?
Nope.
That doesn't sound familiar, no.
Don't
But it would
suppose
say-
that name
Literally the
popped up in the
only
manifesto.
entry I have in my notes about Hollow's Edge is that the dwarves avoided going into, like, war with other, like... That's all I got.
Yeah, the all the shorter races just kind of sat in the middle of the country and stayed out of all the conflicts.
That's
They're
all I
the
got.
they're the Switzerland.
Well, I would say we can go to the tavern, but we know some people here, do we not? We know quite a
No.
few people here.
Do we?
You know at least 3.
Oh, yeah. We could go find them, I guess.
See, they did say to look them up when we got here, but if we
Yeah.
need a lay of the land, seems the way to go. I don't know if you two were there. There was a family of dwarves. We didn't know it at the time, but we kept running into the brothers. 7 of them, these dwarves, just all over the place trying
5.
to reconnect it. Why wouldn't you just add 2 more?
Because then I got to come up with 2 more NPCs, man.
Oh,
Let's Lanch and Ricky and Ivan and Jacques and Hamanamanamanam.
there were 7, but 2 died, so it's very sad.
Well, we can go ask them if they know anything about anybody having any bad dreams.
I think that's what we ought to do. They are all quite.
Send to one of them and see if we can meet up somewhere.
Yeah, or ask them. Did they tell us where they'd be?
Not specifically, no.
No.
Just the fact that they were, their lineage is from this town, so they were just going back there to try to rebuild.
All right, might as well.
Okay. Off the top of my head, I can't remember which 3 are here. I just know that 3 are
Lange, Ricky, and
Yeah.
Hahnemann.
here. Hamanamanamanam.
Yeah. I tried
Well,
to
obviously
say
I'm gonna
it
send him.
right, but I still messed it up first because you say it that way every time.
Every single time.
All right, so which one are you going to
Um,
send to?
Obviously, I'm sending to Hamanamanim.
Okay.
Hello, this is Valison, if you remember. We just stopped into town. Can we meet up?
Yes, I do remember. My brothers and I are at the tavern.
They're at the tavern. Go figure, am I right?
I didn't want to assume, but that was
Oh, I
my
didn't
next
either.
place to guess.
Yeah. To
Oh,
the
I know
tavern.
where the tavern is. It's right down this way. I read the map.
Indeed. So you guys go to the tavern, and as you enter, yes, 3 of your friends are
There
here.
they are.
Yep. As you
He
enter,
did such a good job, like,
yeah.
changing the clothes on them.
Worth noting, as Bron pointed out, Hazard and Charlie have not met them before, but they definitely. This is great. They all like as you enter, they all turn from the bar and do that exact like hey pose that they're doing here in the picture, like all at once, and come over to talk to you guys.
Does their animation go like all at the same time?
Yeah.
So it's like, hey!
Yeah, it's like an N64 Madden crowd where it's just 3
Yeah.
of the same model. So from left to right there, you got Lange, and then Ricky, and then Hahnemann. But you message to Hahnemann first, so he will he'll walk over to you first. Allison, it is good to see you again, and you as well,
Hello.
Bron. I'm sorry, I have not met your other 2 companions. My name is Hahnemann. Those are my brothers, Ricky and Lange.
This is Charlie.
And this is Mr. Hazard. He's dangerous.
Ha, I see. It is nice to meet the both of you. You certainly do look dangerous, Mr. Hazard, and, well, young Charlie, you look pretty spiffy, if I do say so myself, with your many colors you have there.
Thank you very much. Just for you saying that, I'm gonna change it to the same color that you're wearing.
Wow, that's high praise from such a small dragon. Thank you.
We're
No, it's not a hard name to say, but none of you can do that. Homonym.
Sure.
Nabavana.
We're continuing our quest of looking for the Dream Knights, and we have reason to believe there's another gate that's here, and that, well, if it's about to activate, people could be having dreams of it. Have you heard any whispers about people with strange dreams showing up dead, things like that?
Well, not recently. It's my understanding, however, that the previous ambassador was murdered at some time last month. Although I
That checks out there.
believe that was more of a conspiracy thing back in the capital than anything related to the dreams.
Coup d'etat, yeah.
I see. Well, I have not heard anything along those lines. Perhaps my brothers have. Any gentlemen, have you heard anything? Ricky's just, I ain't heard nothing about no dreams, no. Short of my own dreams, you know. Working on a farm, hammering out metal, helping out the cows,
What about the goats?
riding on a horse, playing with the goats,
I'm gonna go ahead and cut you off.
getting
So,
on
Llamas.
chicken eggs.
Llamas.
He keeps going as, like, Land steps forward. And, I'm afraid I haven't heard anything either. But it is still, nonetheless, great to see all of you. You know what? A round on me. And if you plan on being town for some time, please, you are more than welcome to stay at our house.
we appreciate that. Isn't it like 10:30 right now? I think we're okay on drinks.
It's like afternoon. Like, it's
Okay.
maybe like 2:30, something like that.
Are any of you
Drink,
old
day
enough to
drink if we
drink
don't
right
start
now?
early.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I don't need to. I'm good. Thank you. I'm good.
You know, I've heard it said that you're old enough to drink once you can keep it down without immediately throwing it up.
That sounds troubling.
Well, can I try one drink then and see how it goes?
No.
Sure, why don't you come on over here with me,
No,
little dragon?
no.
No, I don't.
Alright, thank you.
No.
See, that's why we don't do that.
Let him drink the piss water. Let him experience it and realize
No.
it's icky.
We
This
don't
is
need drunk
work.
fireballs being
Alright.
thrown around.
So Ricky
Oh yeah.
Ricky takes Charlie and, like, lifts him up so he can actually sit and be at the right height of the bar.
Thank you.
Valacin, this is not piss water. This is Dwarven.
All right.
Oh no!
This is
No.
gonna be
Make
my friend
way over
here's.
there.
This is gonna be my friend here's first drink. So make it a good one, yeah? And the bartender's just like, aye.
Hey,
No bartender, what's up with no ID? Come on, man.
maybe not the full drink for him, easy baby.
He sets it down, puts his hand over it, and, like, leans over to Val and just says, I can tell it's a kid. It ain't actual ale. Don't worry about it.
Insight.
Slides it over. He slides it over. You can insight it now if you want.
I'm going to insight that shit.
I'm gonna roll a perception to see if I heard it.
Okay.
Okay. And then also an insight.
Okay.
See what I think.
You believe he's telling the truth about him saying it's not a dwarven ale.
Okay. I'm trusting
It's
you.
not a dwarven ale.
He slides it over. It's a lager.
Ah!
I'm going to roll a dex throw. Oh. Well,
chug, chug,
what
chug.
I'm
Hahnemann-
trying to
Hahnemann-
do-
Chug.
All right, describe what you do, and then I'll describe what you're trying to do, and I'll tell you what happens.
My intent is to like grab it before
Mhm.
Charlie can. But I assume I do some incredible faux pas and clumsy nonsense,
I think you just spilled it on his face in his
Did
new
I-
coat.
do I
Yeah.
just punch the beer?
Yeah, basically, and the beer just goes flying, it goes flying, smacks up against the wall. The suds are all up against the wall, and there's just like the hush falls over the crowd as all the dwarves look over at the mess, and then the bartender just looks at it all, looks back at Hazard. Well, now it's a party, and then everyone's just yeah.
Look what you did.
Yeah, but can I still get...
Yeah, pour him another one, bartender. I don't think he feels like licking the wall.
Oh, jeez. No, he's too young for the booze.
Charlie, dear,
Yeah?
do not feel pressured to do this.
I just want to try a little. I'm not trying to drink a lot.
Promise?
I just want to know what it tastes like.
Insight check.
As you do your insight check, it's plopped down right there, right in front of Charlie.
I will never hear the end of it if you start hurling fireballs places. Be good.
Charlie just wants to feel a little more grown up. He just wants to be treated like everyone else.
Aww.
That's why she's not fighting it too hard, honestly.
Still a child.
Ah,
Yes.
come on. You never, like, your dad never, like, did the whole, yeah, have a swig. And then everything was awful.
No, my
Disgusting.
dad would need to be there for that.
Oh,
Anyways,
Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
Can I do a con save for this?
Yeah, I think it's gonna have to be a con save. However, you are a child dragonborn, so it's going to be at disadvantage, I'm gonna say.
oof.
Roll.
Give me a... Yeah, okay. You're good. You sip
That
it.
wasn't so bad.
Ricky just gives you a
I
big
mean,
old... Sorry.
I didn't really like the taste so much, so can I please have juice?
Ha! Absolutely, Ricky gives you a big slap on the back. See, I told you, old enough to keep it down. Give him some nice juice, bartender. How about that? The bartender once again just... Goes and gets some stuff.
I think Ricky's my actual uncle. I'm just saying.
Anyways, all underage drinking aside, dreams and the like. None of you guys have heard anything about it.
Lange is probably sitting right beside you. Can't say so, no. And like Hanuman said, the only death was Amber about a month ago, and that's doesn't seem related. Valison?
No weird ruins or anything like that were recently discovered, or groundbreaking ceremonies that actually revealed a sinkhole from Doom.
That's a really specific question you're asking.
It is a very specific question because it totally happened. Or archways, or crypts with creepy style in there, or
Can't say so, no.
well,
I mean, I guess about the only thing people are trying to figure out is where old Caster Whitwick went. Shop's been closed his shop at the end of the week, and no one's seen him for a couple days, which is a bit weird, but no one's turning up dead or anything.
what does this shop sell?
Wands. Whitwick's Wands, actually. Pretty famous shop in town.
Interesting.
maybe we can go and check that out. See if maybe he didn't have a lead or something.
It's possible. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
What
Other
else?
than that, I guess there's a little bit of buzz. Well, as you can plainly see, and he motions around, and you didn't notice before, but you noticed that basically all the bar patrons are sets of twins. He motions
I was
around.
gonna ask.
So he motions around and just, but in case you're unaware, I guess the only other bit of buzz is that Amber's sister Ruby is going to be taking over in the ambassador position and taking over the family business. And, I mean, I'm pretty proud of her for that, I guess.
You can go say hi to her.
Oh, she's not in town at the moment.
Oh.
She should be back soon. I hope soon, because we were supposed to have that dinner, but it's beside the point.
You were supposed to have dinner with her? Or is it like an
Oh,
actual official dinner?
Ha! Well, started out official, and then it's a bit of business / pleasure, you know?
Cute!
I
Sorry.
mean, hey, trying to get the bloodline going again, you know? Gotta start somewhere.
Ooh. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You know what I mean? Anyway.
Yes, breeding. That's what I was implying.
There's a child here.
Correct. Because
He's
of breeding.
drunk.
Anywho, I think we should go to that place now with the thing.
Wick flicks once. Yeah.
Where can we find there?
He'll tell you where to find it, and so now and then at this point, yeah, number 7 on here would actually be revealed for you. So, there you go. So he'll tell you where to find it. He'll tell you like where the what's the word I'm looking for? Not industrial part of the city, but wherever the shops are. I don't know. The word is slipping my mind.
Right.
But you know, like the commerce area, whatever.
Commerce.
And so that's there. The armory's there. This remedy shop, the supply shop are also there, in that sort of town square-y kind of area. So he'll point those out to you.
Well, should we pay our tab and go?
Sounds like a plan.
We got it covered. You guys go have fun.
Thank you. Come on, Charlie, get off of the bar, you lush, you.
Okay.
And we go.
All right. And we go to the science center.
The science
All right,
center.
so wand shop first is where you guys are headed.
Sounds like it.
Okay. You go to the wand shop, which is it's one of those stores that's built into one of the sides of the mountains. And you go, and there's just a big old front. There's a door and just a big old sign across the door that says closed, which is not here in the picture. So use your imagination. And that's what you see.
Come on. Let me push open the door.
It's locked.
So, Mr. Braun, I don't know if you want to use your whole guard, like, oh, hey, boys, let us in. But I can use a spell, or I can try to lock my way in there.
Is there... So the guy's missing, or he's been found dead?
He just hasn't been seen. There's no report of death or anything like that.
But he's missing, and that, like, he vanished for a few days, and that's not like him at all.
Hmm. Ron's gonna look in the window. I'm assuming there's a window, right?
Yeah.
What does he see in there?
It looks like, you know what? I can give you a picture. This is gonna look suspiciously like a lot of the other stores you guys have been to so far, just because, you know, why, you know, use the same picture, why not?
It's Kayla's shop.
Yeah,
What?
it's everybody's shop. So you look in, and yeah, it just looks like a typical. I mean, you know, you'd see a lot of wands and stuff as opposed to these products here, but that's just what you see.
Any sign of disturbances in there?
Funny, there are 3 dead bodies. No, well, give me an investigation.
No.
Could I use the eyes of the eagle to do it?
Yeah.
23.
So both you and Hazard are peering in there, and nothing seems out of the ordinary. Doesn't look like things are like thrown about or disheveled. Things still seem pretty well organized. Yeah, doesn't seem like a problem at all.
Doesn't seem like anyone's here right now.
Do we know if his residence is directly attached to this freaking shop, or does he have a house in town? This is a thing I learned from Vale, is just assuming that it's a thing.
I would say it was. I would say it's attached.
Okay. We need to get it in there, boys.
Do I see a window or anything if I look
You're
at the
looking
front?
through a window.
I mean, up top, like up above,
Oh,
where like the residential. I mean, above the door, like anything in
yeah,
here.
like
or...
up. I would say like maybe like sort of behind this like balcony, there would be like another door or something, like a bay window kind of thing, maybe.
How busy is this area? Like, are people?
It's pretty busy. This is the business sector. Like, there's definitely people around. There's a crowd. People are gonna notice if you try to grappling hook up there in the middle of the day.
Valacin, would you mind playing the song over there, maybe a little over there, for like 2 minutes? Just a quick set. Do you have a type 5? Do you have a type 5 at all?
Yeah, sure. I can throw something together.
Cool.
Of course.
If you use your
No
fiddle, you'll
alcohol.
get cool branches and birds.
I am going to use my fiddle to get the cool branches and the really cool birds.
Cool.
Be Snow White for a minute.
So here's what I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need. First of all, give me your performance roll, Val.
Haven't had to do a performance roll in forever.
Mm-hmm. Okay. When is the last time you would have even done one of those? I can't
Like,
remember.
probably like one of the first episodes we ever did.
Mm.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. So then I will give you advantage on your stealth, Andrew, as you try to get up there. But as you're doing that, yeah, Sid, what is Val doing to rally this crowd together? What's the plan here?
Maybe playing with like some of the spells attached to the violin, like doing the whole plant growth thing and like getting all these branches and these birds like rolling up.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't actually
Doing a
realize this.
show.
I didn't realize this until just now. But yeah, you could totally plant growth the fiddle and basically get what you see in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna make a really cool thing.
Okay.
Super pretty.
So you do that, and a bunch of the dwarves are just like looking around and just like looking at. Roll me. Actually, we'll save that. Andrew, give me your stealth to get up there. That's an advantage. Yeah, that's an advantage. Okay, yeah, you're good. You get up there, so you grapple hook your way up, and yeah, there's just like a big bay window kind of thing up there on the balcony.
Cool. Is there a way to get in, or is it pretty much closed off?
I mean, it's going to be locked, but it's clearly something that you know is meant to be opened.
No, I do not have a lockpick set.
I do.
Oh, I guess I would have asked about that.
Before you
You
went up.
got up
But I
there
didn't.
before you realized you don't have a lockpick set?
Right. I feel like I would have. Planning ahead, I would have asked about that, but I didn't ask about that, like, in IRL.
I mean, are you
So-
proficient with it anyway? Because if you're not proficient, it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, I guess not. Wait, am I? No.
Yeah, so it's not.
proficient.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say then it won't technically make a difference to your roll. What were you saying, Richard?
I have swapped out a spell. And I was wondering if detect magic would detect anything.
Okay. Are we saying that you're up there with Hazard, like you kind of piggybacked up there,
I guess so.
or are you? I mean, it doesn't have to be. You could be on the ground.
You could detect magic the door, see if it's trapped, or
I want to know where Charlie is since people are now kind of spread around a little bit. So what do you think? Yeah, wherever he would be.
Yeah, I guess at the door with Hazard.
Okay. And you want to detect, or you want to cast detect magic on the door? Or I guess detect magic's a range, right?
On the door, I think it's.
I thought Hazard was up the window or something.
Yeah. I'm up high.
Hazard is sort of like on this balcony right here.
Yeah, so that's like a window, not a door, right?
Right.
I'm at the door.
It would be
Door's
like
on the ground.
yeah, sorry, but it would be like a bay window is like a bay window is like a floor to ceiling window that essentially is in itself a door.
Okay.
But we're in the shop right now.
No, you're
No,
on
we
this.
haven't gotten
No,
to
we're
the shop.
You're on this
outside.
balcony up here.
We haven't
Well,
gotten inside of it.
No, you have not.
Right.
And it's not in the picture, but on this balcony, pressed into the rock, would be a window leading into the dude's actual residence above the shop.
Okay, I would probably just be down at the front door and detect magic on the door.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good
Detect
idea.
magic it's a range, correct?
I believe so.
Okay.
I think like 30 feet or something
Yeah.
like that.
So I think
Yeah.
what you would get, I think you okay. So you would, I think it's within a range. Then you can use an action to figure out like the outline of whatever is magicked. I think is the idea. So if you're sort of toggling through that stuff, almost like Batman Detective Vision is almost the way I see it as you're like clicking through things. You would see that the door itself seems to be magically locked. It being a wand shop that adds up, and then beyond the door, because it is a wand shop, you're detecting the magic of wands back there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's like when the light gets turned on when you have night vision goggles. It's just like
Yeah.
ah.
Yeah. So that is what you're detecting.
All right. Well, I've learned what I should have been able to figure out on my own.
Okay. And what's your plan up there on the balcony?
I'm trying to figure out if it's something I could like physically break without making like the world's most noise.
It's a wall of glass.
Yeah.
Like it's
I
a
mean-
whole wall. I'm
It's a big. Is bay window not a thing that anybody knows? They're extremely common
I
things.
thought bay windows were like. Let me look up.
Either way, I don't think there's a quiet way to break glass.
That said, it is the middle of the day and it's busy. People are out and about. So like honestly, you're up on this balcony. In all honesty, you'd probably get away with it. And Val's down there playing music. You're probably covered. If you want to break it, you would probably be okay breaking it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna try and time it out to like different parts of the music to where she like, I'm gonna follow the beat to it and hope that it just
Okay.
kind of blends in with the sound.
Just punch on the chorus.
The crescendo.
Should I do stealth for that or?
I mean, honestly, dude, it's loud enough that I wouldn't even make your roll. Like, I could see it working out.
Okay. I'll smash through
Okay. You do that.
and land on the ground in front of the door and unlock it. And
So you would have to. He's kind of got like an apartment above the shop, so you would have to like climb in through the window, go through his place, and sort of like down
Gotcha.
like a set of stairs to get into the shop.
okay, what's this place look like?
Kind of just a typical like sort of bachelor pad apartment kind of deal.
Mhm.
Like the shop, things seem in order.
Anything of note that like really calls at me?
No, it looks like a kind of just like a typical bachelor pad.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a quick perception just to see if I see any like traps or tripwires or
Sure,
anything
sure.
sketchy on my way down.
You don't. Nothing seems out of the ordinary.
I'll open the door for them and rush them inside.
You are unable to open the door if you're just trying to open it.
like unlock it. I mean,
You are unable to unlock it if you're trying to unlock it. In fact, you don't
But
see
it's
any.
not.
You don't see any sort of latch or deadbolt or anything on the back side of the door where you are.
I'll roll an Arcana to see if I know what is up with that.
You don't, but even
Don't.
with that low of a roll, it seems like something magical.
Kind of nonsense is this? Okay. I guess an investigation check. Primarily, I'll be looking for like something to open the door, but if something else pops up at me, then
Okay.
whatever I find, I find. Wow. Okie dokie. Wow.
Yeah, you don't see anything. If you're looking for like a button or a lever or anything like that would open it, you do not find one.
Cool. I'm gonna go back up to the room and roll a perception to see if I can find a set of keys or anything else like spare keys.
Okay.
There you go.
You are absolutely positive that you do not.
Do I find anything else cool on the way through?
He has this amazing nudist painting tucked in the corner.
You know what?
Belonging?
I would say it's up to you as to whether or not what you're gonna do with it. But the only thing you'd probably find as you're snooping around is you'd probably find like a change drawer or something, and there's probably I'm gonna say like 10 gold in there.
Was it an obvious change drawer?
Yeah.
Okay, so he just kind of left without his money, or without a significant amount of money. Okay, that's weird. What else are we here to find?
Clues.
Yeah.
Just
I will say
clues.
real quick. Speaking of gold, Sid, this is gonna be a weird number, but roll me a D30, please.
Oh my god, come on, Al. There we go. Come on, Big Bunny. Oh wait, one D. Not okay. There we go. Don't fuck me.
Nice. Okay.
Hey!
So as you're while you're doing your fiddling, crowd really enjoys it, and there's a total of 29 silver at your feet by the time you're done.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Money.
Cool.
29 silver.
So I guess
in
I'll
my
roll
pocket.
another investigation, just looking specifically for kind of retracking. Like, okay, I can't let them in. Let's just look for what we're supposed to be looking for clues as to what happened to him, where he could have gone. Like, especially starting with that change drawer.
Mhm.
Like, were there any receipts or information on trips, travel, like anything to indicate where he has been and where he's going or what happened?
You had a perfect roll, so you feel pretty thorough in what you've checked for, and yeah, you don't find anything out of the ordinary. You don't find any sort of itinerary. You don't find any sort of invoice, nothing like that. Just seems like he's up and gone.
Cool. I'll tuck through the window again and drop down to the front. So I couldn't unlock the door from the other side, and
Who are you talking to?
Bron.
Sorry. You went back up and dropped down to the street. You mean?
And
Sorry.
Charlie.
Okay.
Right.
Sorry. I thought you dropped back inside of the shop, and I was like, "What are you trying to talk to them through the door?" Gotcha.
No.
Sorry. I
You can't find
misunderstood.
anything in here.
Yeah.
So I couldn't open the door, and I couldn't find anything to indicate any explanation of where he's gone, what he's been up to. Nothing.
All right. Are there any guards on this street?
If you give me a perception if you want to look around. Oh, nice. Are you actually using the eagle eyes to look around?
I figure if it's a crowded city street.
Cool. So as you scan the crowd, you probably see what maybe like 3 or 4 guards, but you kind of get the impression that like these are dwarves. They're tough people for the most part. They take care of their own.
Okay. Does anyone look like they're in charge?
No.
Okay. They all look like the same rank, more or less.
Basically. Although, you know what, with your nat 20, you weren't specifically looking for this, but I'm gonna give it to you. As you scan, sort of across the square on the other side of the crowd, you do see someone sort of staring back at you.
Okay, don't be alarmed. Braun's gonna keep like looking around.
And now
Well,
says
being
closed
what?
right over his
He
junk.
scratches his clothes.
I'm sorry, ladies. This crotch is closed.
It's closed.
It looks like we are being watched right now. Let's collect Valison and let's reconvene somewhere else. Find another way in.
What if I
He
were
looks
invisible and follow this guy for a little bit?
We don't know what he's capable of or what he can do. I'd say we see if he follows us first.
What's that he's holding there?
I just said don't all look at right now.
Don't
So
look
everyone's
now.
That guy?
Who, him?
Braun's gonna move to go collect Valison.
Okay. The crowd's a little disappointed that she's done, but she made a little bit of money, so it's all good.
Thank you, everybody. I'll maybe be back later. Thank you.
You are real great, lass. You got quite a talent.
Thank you. Braun needs her. I think.
We're being watched. We couldn't get in. Someone's trailing us. We need to move.
How much trouble did you guys get into? It was like 3 minutes.
We're very
Barely any.
accomplished.
Okay. Where's Charlie?
I'm
He's
right
right there.
here. I got the.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Could
still
we-
glowing many colors, I assume.
Could we walk like a pretty like I don't know how many twists and turns there are in the city, but given a
It's a mountain city, so it's definitely not laid out in a nice grid.
okay, can we take enough a route? We're kind of just walking right now
Mhm.
in a convoluted route to see if he is following us, making multiple turns in tracking
Mhm.
us right now.
Okay.
I'd like to assist, knowing like, with having researched the maps beforehand,
Yeah, okay,
like
cool.
catching on to what he's doing, being like, this way.
Okay. Let's...
And Braun will produce the little mirror that he has
Nice.
to see if he's following us.
Okay.
What
I'm
about
gonna
the
call
lock?
this. We're gonna call this just. I think an overall group stealth roll. Or wait, I'm sorry. You're trying.
I don't want to get lost.
Right, I'm sorry.
I just
Right, you're
wanna-
trying to see if he's still following. So just perception then, from
Okay.
whoever is gonna do it. I would assume you would not be able to use the eyes in this case, though.
Okay.
I mean, because I'm not sure how exactly you would hide the fact that you're looking through binoculars to see if you're being watched. You know what I mean?
Well, if I have the binoculars on and then I have a mirror looking over my shoulder.
Maybe. Well, I will say Van's also assisting, so you're gonna get the advantage regardless.
Van's here.
Sorry, Van. I'm sorry. Hazard is assisting.
Hello, gentlemen, I am here.
Yes, I will help you find what you're looking for.
Somebody's been through here using my voice. Don't believe them. Come this way.
Okay.
24. Yeah, so 24. Yeah, you still see him kind of around the corner from you.
All right. He is following us. Let's and if Braun spots a dead end or an alley, he's gonna say, "Let's go there."
Okay.
Be really cool if I could take more than one of you on a freaking dimension door trip. I'm just saying.
Hazard, when we get into the alleyway, I want you to climb up and around and box him in.
Up and around, box him in.
Yeah.
Can do.
And we'll just set a little trap for him.
Okay. So what you're gonna find is basically like a if you're looking for a dead end, you're gonna find sort of like a runoff, almost like slanted like sewer deposit kind of area.
Great. Perfect.
Okay.
So I guess the three of us will go ahead on in, or the four of us will go in. Hazard can grapple back around, and then when he turns the corner or is like keeping an eye on us, Hazard, you can drop right behind him.
Yeah, basically, the second we get 5 feet in, zip line up 20 feet, and just wait.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once we get around the corner, I'm going invisible.
I was gonna say that's great too. Yeah. Yeah. So it's you and me, Val.
I think we could take him down so long as he's not Spitter. It's not Spitter, right?
And yeah, we're gonna go to the end of the alley and turn around and wait.
Okay. So you turn around and wait, and there's a couple seconds go by, and you see him kind of like, if you're like intently watching, you will definitely see him kind of like peer around the corner and then quickly snap back because he sees that you guys at the dead end.
I would hope that Hazard would drop down
Right.
now.
Yeah, I'll like drop down and grab him and kind of do that like solid snake thing where I grab him and pull him around the corner and like lock him up.
All right, well, I'll need grapple check first.
You sure will.
I will also attempt a dominate person to get him to stay put.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, Richard, damn.
I'm gonna lead off with an unarmed attack to hopefully stun him, and it'll also open me up to grappling.
Okay.
'Cause I think it'll be the same. Yeah, same result there.
Okay. So, your 15 is going to miss. Like, if you're kind of, are you like kind of like coming down on him with like almost like a plunging punch, if you will?
It's more of like a palm strike to disorient and then
Okay.
like grab him. But if that doesn't work, I'll just go ahead and roll an athletics check.
Yeah. So it will miss as you come down. Like he kind of
Yeah.
after pulling back around the corner, he'll like probably like think something's up. He'll look up and then like get out of the way of your attack.
Oh, it's more of like a landing thing.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I
maybe
mean,
if
either
I'm
way, like he as you're
startling, like-
coming down, he's like going to like
Yeah.
sidestep.
Well, right after that, he's gonna need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Give me one moment here.
At 23.
Okay, 23 is real good. I just need. Okay. Hazard, you are able to grab him.
Sweet. I'm gonna pull him around the corner into the alley
Okay.
and try
Well,
to
you
cover his mouth.
can't move him just yet.
Okay.
And are we saying, Richard, are you just basically saying that Charlie had that spell readied for whenever he saw him?
Yeah.
Is that the deal? Okay. What is your spell save?
A minute if it succeeds.
Mm-hmm. What's your save DC?
17.
He got an 18.
Well, damn.
He got an 8 strength but an 18 wisdom. So he's not dominated, but Hazard, you do have him grappled. And now what I'm going to need you to do, Hazard. One moment. I want to make sure I get the logistics of this right. So you remember I said this was like a sewer runoff kind of area?
Mm-hmm.
Hazard, I'm going to need you to make a... Where is it? I need you to please make a strength save of your own.
Nice.
That's very good. Okay. So he as you're holding him, he like kind of mutters something and flicks his wand, and one of the sewer grates that is near you is going to bend upward from its position and smack directly into you, Hazard. So you're not gonna you're still managing to hold on to him.
Mm-hmm.
But that thing smacks into you, and you're going to take... 1 second.
I assume I succeeded and I'm taking half damage.
No, you just succeeded in being able to hold on to him, to still hold on to him.
Oh.
The sewer grate smacks into you, and you take 8 bludgeoning damage as the metal just kind of curls and just whips up and smacks, like, sort of into your back.
Can I strike him?
You're all still around the corner from him.
You said 8?
Yeah, 8.
Okay.
And then he is going to try to break out of you holding him, Andrew.
All right.
So, oh, whoops. Okay, give me a strength, another strength save to hold on to him. Oh,
Jesus.
well, he got an 11 this time, so he's gonna. So the thing smacked. We'll say that we can just say like the iron smacking you kind of threw you off. Also, the fact that iron seemingly came to life and smacked you is probably weird enough
Yeah,
that you're
wasn't
witnessing
really
that.
expecting that.
So with that, he's able to wriggle free, and the sewer grate that was unhitched, he's going to basically slip right down into that sewer grate, and behind him, the metal's gonna just kind of form back to where it was before and block off the sewer again.
That's the part.
Yes.
You asshole.
I told Ryan there's a similar beat in Watchmen a couple weeks ago that I told him was going to happen in this episode.
Lube man.
There's a character in Watchmen. There's a character, she turns around and there's just like a dude in like the Green Man kind of suit, but is like silver.
Yeah.
And she's like, "What?"
Oh.
And she starts chasing him down. And as he's sprinting, he just pulls out these two like bottles and just like sprays himself down. And then literally as he sprints into like a luge slide on his back and literally slips
Right into a sewer
slides
grate.
along
It
the gravel
disappears.
right down into the sewers and disappears.
That's not weird.
And she's like, "What the fuck?"
It was great. So yeah, you guys, so the rest of the party comes around the corner and they just see Van just kind of standing there, probably just really
Van!
confused about what just happened.
Vander, help!
So, I don't know why I go to sorry. Hazard is,
It's not
they'd be really confused if they came around the corner and Van was standing there. They come around the corner and Hazard is standing there, and Hazard would just.
I'm not standing there. I'm like wailing on this thing. I'm using the crowbar to try to pry up this grate.
Okay.
Like no pause, just.
All right. Well, an 11, you don't feel like you're making much difference with an 11.
Right. That was supposed to be at advantage.
Okay. Why is it at advantage?
Crowbar.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's a pretty good. All right, yeah, 20 would.
Yeah, or leverage can be applied.
Nat 20 would do it. I guess. Yeah, so you'd be able to pop part of it off, like one side of it off. Although of note, this is a sewer grate. It's not particularly big, so I don't see how Hazard is gonna fit. Like it's basically barely even dwarf size. This thing he just slipped through.
Well, I mean, dwarves are girthy.
We can send Charlie.
We're not sending him alone down there.
Well, I can follow him.
Val, you can teleport, right?
Yeah.
Take Hazard and go with him. Charlie can slip through. I'll find another way through.
Are you sure? This
Looking
isn't
at
the way
this,
that you're going to leave
No
us.
time to argue. Right now, we need to do this. He's getting
Okay.
Charlie, you got that whistle?
I got it.
All right. Remember to use it. Go now.
Alrighty.
Yeah. We're gonna
And,
bam over there.
Braun's gonna find, I guess, a dwarf hole somewhere, or a manhole somewhere that he can try and get down and fit in there.
Okay. You'll eventually be able to find one, I suppose.
I
So,
figured,
okay.
but if Charlie's blowing on the whistle every now and then, he'll be able to hear him and try and track their location.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna echo through a sewer tunnel like crazy though, so actually pinpointing it's probably gonna be difficult, but
That's fair.
okay. Dimension. All right. Okay. So, Braun's going to find a manhole. Charlie's slipping through the grate, and Val and Hazard are dimension dooring down there. Am I correct?
Mhm.
Okay. So we'll go with the trio that slips down there first because it's going to take Braun a while to find one that he could fit in.
I figured that was the case. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so the three of you slip down there, and it's typical like dark, dank sewers. Smells real bad. You hear the water trickling. Yeah.
Cool. I've got the dark vision 60,
Okay.
and Val should be doing very well down here.
Yeah, she's got the
I'm
120.
fine.
Charlie doesn't have any of that. But who carries around the eye? Does Charlie carry around the dragon eye?
I could just cast light.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got
I'm
that
gonna
cantrip.
be speeding through. I guess I'll use survival to see if I can. Assuming I don't see him immediately.
Nice one, Ryan. Yeah, you
Yeah.
do not see him immediately.
All right, gonna see if I can track him. Oops.
I love it.
The heck? I just paused the music. Why didn't it pause?
It shouldn't be at advantage, but the 13 was first.
All right, one moment. Okay, and so what are you trying to do? You're trying to track him?
Yeah,
So
See
you're
if I can-
kind of we're just gonna have to theater in the mind most of this. So like you're probably standing on like a narrow ledge, and directly in front of you is just like the river of sewage. So if he jumped in there and started moving, there'd really be no way to tell which direction he went necessarily, because it's all moving in a current, you know.
What about like audible? Like, am I hearing?
You're hearing just kind of running water.
Not hearing footsteps or breathing or anything like that.
Nope, nothing like that.
So with a 20, I didn't get it.
No. You're not sure
What am
which.
I-
You're standing there, and he could have gone this way or he could have gone that way, and you are not sure. There's no sign to indicate which way. And both directions are like they immediately turn off too, so it's not like you can see him in the distance.
I'll bolt left, I guess. I'll take the left passage,
Okay.
and I'm gonna sprint with a speed of 35. So that's 70 feet.
Okay. You'd get about half of that before you would have to make a turn. And when you make a turn, you come to basically like just another just giant grate where it's like you sort of have like how do I describe this? It's almost like I hate to say it this way because it sounds cheap, but it's almost like when they want to block off a passageway in a game that just like they just didn't make that area. So it's literally
Very
just like
Dark Souls.
well, yeah. So it's almost just like it's just vertical bars that come down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like a deal like that. Although I'll give you with your survival with trying to track him, you do notice that like weirdly it seems like 2 of the bars are gone.
It seems like
Specifically 2 of them seem to have been removed somehow.
It looks like he animated them and maybe took 2 with him. Or moved them out of the way.
Can I squeeze through, or?
If you wanted to squeeze through, you would have to step down into the sewage and do so, but you would probably, yeah, if you really wanted to.
That's how you get the pink eye. And cholera, probably.
I'll roll a medicine check to. Do I know of the dangers of this situation?
Absolutely. It's sewage. You're a ranger. You don't want to go in there if you don't have to.
Shit.
Cholera's a real bitch.
Damn it.
So is the flu.
I'll go out the other way and check the right passage and see if there's
And the
anything
pink
different
eye.
there.
You go the other way, and you're going to see the same gate, the same grating. However, they're all in place here. None have been removed.
We could squeeze through the bars, but that's a lot of gross stuff. I don't know,
How
guys.
deep is the aforementioned sewage?
Probably 2 to 3 feet.
Hey, Charlie, honey, please do not even, don't stay away from the ledge, maybe.
Okay.
Because that's icky stuff. That's no. That being said, however, I don't think it would be good for us to try and do that when it is that high.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like being up to my waist or my stomach in caca.
I can't believe
It's
we
funny
got
when your
away.
character says that because it's appropriate to the accent.
Caca. Any ideas? You know, it'd be really, really fun if we dropped the fireball in here.
Ugh.
Let's get out of here now. Shitter's full, and it's just gonna.
Yeah, I don't know.
Say what?
It's just kind of smelly in here.
Yeah,
It is.
no way for us to know if he's even still down here.
Do we see any of the like the manhole covers that Braun would have had access to, or are we?
Yeah,
kind of...
I'm gonna say if you're, as you're like probably debating whether or not to squeeze through, you just see like, you hear like a, and you just Braun just climbs down on the other side of the grate, and just looks over,
Freeze!
sees you guys.
Guards! What?
Other side of the grate.
Yeah,
The side
hey.
we want to be on.
yeah, not the side where the two were removed, but you see him over there.
Where is he, guys? Did you find him?
Other side through the grate. There's a lot of sewage we'd need to squeeze through if we wanted to track him.
I can dimension door through that too. And then
But you
I'd have
can't get-
one more level 4.
How strong do these grates look?
I'm super strong.
Varies. I mean, they're like, they are floor to ceiling, and the ones that go specifically down into the sewage are like, you know, even longer by a few more feet. So like, they're very. This is like, is rebar the right thing? I think I'm thinking of the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are like rebar. So like, could they be taken apart? Sure, but it's gonna take a lot of effort.
I couldn't cut through with a magic glaive.
I think you could, but looking at the material, you can see it's a very high AC. Like, it would take some time to hack away.
I would like to try to bend it with my force of will.
Too bad you can't bend it like the dwarf did, am I right?
Yeah, if
by the
only
way-
one of us knew animate objects.
By the way,
That'd be
when I mentioned I had like a homebrew spell that I made, this is part of it
Bad
is
idea.
part of it is being used right now.
That jerk. Well, gentlemen, we can use some spells.
Okay, I guess if we're doing it, we're doing it.
I mean, do we,
magic to try to find him.
Those
Between
might
the-
be good.
between the rangers and the
Within like 30 feet, though.
between the sorcerer and the bard, we can't get through a door, a wall. That's where
Oh no!
power stops.
Hey, no. I can get wherever I want within 1,000-foot radius. Thank you very much.
Dimension door's
sir.
1,000 feet?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And if you can, like, if I had like a schematic of a thing, I could look at
Right.
it and be like, I want to go there.
Right.
And just bloop.
Because we had this conversation with the mansion, because if you end up, you get shunted back if you land where something already
Yeah,
is.
and take some damage if there's a wall there.
Yeah.
Speaking
Well-
of schematics, when with the maps and stuff of the city,
They would not
we,
include sewers, no.
in the underground. Okay.
Okay, well,
Well,
give me about...
we're losing them. So are we going after them or what?
Yes. We're going through the grate.
Okay.
Any takers?
Okay, let's do it.
Alrighty, I squeezed
Grabbing
through.
you, let's go. Leaving Braun to crawl back up the ladder.
I mean, I'm on the other
No,
side already.
Braun's
so
on
I
the
get-
side you guys want to go to.
Okay.
So now you're
Oh,
all
I
on
thought
the...
he was
Okay.
not on the side.
I mean,
No, it's...
Right, I thought there was... I
No,
thought
so it's-
correct
it's-
side of the different side.
there was
so
that
it's-
side,
so
and then there
it's-
was this side.
Okay. Here's what we got. Sorry, let's draw this out. Here's what we got.
I'm on the right side. Okay.
Here, let's do... I'm going to draw it here in the bottom left of this. Okay, so when you came in, you had... I'm down there on the bottom left. So you've had... This bottom here is where you came in. There's a left passage and a right passage. Hazard went to the left, and over here on the left was where two of the things were pulled out of the grate. Over here on the right was where it was the complete grate. Braun came down sort of... Oh, come on. Alright. Braun came down on this side. The others of you are on this side. So if you're trying to go this way, Braun is actually already on the side you want to be on.
I assumed we wanted to go the way that the things were broken.
Yeah, I thought
Okay.
it was pretty clear that he...
Okay. So you're going to dimension door Braun over to your side?
That way.
Okay.
No, she...
I was gonna dimension door
Well.
over here.
I guess she could reach through the bars, grab Braun, dimension door to the other side.
Where
together,
the others?
And
Then
I
how
can
are
do
you
that.
guys getting through?
we could just squeeze through the filth.
I can prestidigitation you clean.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, well, on the left here. So here's the thing. Braun is on the other side of a gate here.
Right.
How is
what
Braun
I'm
getting
saying
on
is
this
she
side
could
with you guys?
I just
I
need to
can
touch
reach-
her.
reach
Grab his
through,
hand.
clasp, dimension
And-
door.
And
Okay.
we can bing bang boozle over to that other side.
Okay, so then everybody's walking over here, and then you're just gonna attempt. You're all just gonna squeeze through over here.
No, they dimension door directly past the gate, while Charlie and I walk
Squeeze
over
through.
and squeeze through.
Okay, got it. So Charlie and Hazard are going through the sewage then to squeeze through.
Please
Yeah.
put Charlie on your shoulders. He is very, very short, and he does not need the cholera.
Oh, it's so gross.
Ah, it's all gross. I hate this. I hate this so much.
Don't worry, I'll magic clean us in a second.
Cool. I'm young and invincible. I'm young and invincible. I'm young and invincible. Let's do this shit.
As you hear him say
What the
that,
young college student says.
as you hear that, you hear Braun on the other side. I'm old and invincible. I'm old and invincible. I'm old and very vulnerable. Because he's not looking forward to being teleported.
Yeah.
It is fine. It is really, really
Does
quick.
it make you spew?
Does it matter that I have to use the bathroom right now, or is everything gonna like release when that happens?
I have never had that issue before. You know, it's kind of really instantaneous. It's just, and you're there. It's done.
Okay.
Sounds like a boomer problem.
You got it.
Okay, Zoomer.
Just take my hand. We're good.
All right.
Just-
Braun's gonna hold his nose and grab her hand.
Okay.
And the cast is.
Okay. Ryan, just for fun,
Yeah.
please roll me a con save. I'm assuming this is the
Uh,
first time Braun has ever teleported.
Yep, definitely. This is where he fails his con save.
+7. Yowza.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
For real. Damn.
You
Tough cookie.
you don't puke. You don't like shart or anything. But you get
That's ideal.
but you get to the other side, and everybody who's not Braun, roll a perception check. It's gonna be smell. Well, no, smell would be impossible in here.
I was gonna say, are you gonna spot him in a sewer?
Yeah. This is gonna be listening. Sorry, if that makes a difference to any of the three of you.
He's crying.
Okay, I'm probably just Hazard. When Braun gets teleported, Braun, you're kind of holding it together, but then Hazard's the only one who hears just kind of a little like.
This is what I'm here for. Is the eyebrow toilet humor.
That's what we're all here
matters.
Have I ever told you guys a story about the time that I heard a hamster fart?
for.
My brother,
Go on.
once upon a time, when my brother and I we shared a room a couple times growing up, just out of necessity. And one time we're like playing PlayStation, and I don't know, whatever we're playing, and we just hear like a little like, and we look at each other, and I'm like, that wasn't me, was that you? No. And then we look at our hamster cage, and we're like, yo, I think we just heard a hamster fart.
Probably smelled gnarly.
Yeah. Okay, so now everybody, that happens, and now Charlie and Hazard squeeze through. Charlie prestidigitates, so you're smelling fresh, and the four of you are on the side of the grate you want to be on. Now you can proceed.
Yeah, let's double time it.
Theater of the mind gets complicated.
Yeah.
And
All right.
basically every like 30 feet or so, 30 to 40 feet, you're coming across more T-square. You're coming across more T-bends, more crossroads.
I'm gonna roll another survival to see if I can figure out how to track him.
You're still really not sure how to do that because like all this water's still moving in a current, so like there'd be no way to really tell what's been recently disturbed. You're not seeing like any.
No smears, no like.
You're not seeing like footprints on the wall. Footprints on the wall. You're not seeing like any footprints up on the walkway area either.
And I'm still not like hearing footsteps of people fleeing.
Nope.
Nothing.
And for the record, I'm not just like being obtuse. There's a very, very specific thing that he's doing right now, which is why you wouldn't be seeing those things.
He could be
I would like
passing
to
with
cast
us.
Sending.
Okay.
Come back here, you coward.
Can you? What's the rule on sending?
I think you just gotta see him.
I think
Look.
you might need to be familiar with him.
Yeah, because I'm gonna say you're definitely not familiar at this
I'm
stage.
familiar with his face.
Sending.
He said, "What's
You
the
send a
creature
short
you
message
are
of 5
familiar?"
words or less to a creature with you. To a creature
Yep.
with which you are familiar.
Yeah.
Creature hears a message and it's mine.
Yeah, you're
Recognize-
definitely not familiar with this individual at this
Fine.
time.
Then I
Let's
yell,
Google the word familiar. What is familiar?
Bill?
Seriously.
I was gonna say, definition of the.
The word is.
I guess I need to get rid of that second spell slot. It just for the lulz. Not even one creature of your choice within range can hear. I'm going to cast a low-level dissonant whispers,
Okay.
and if it's a creature of my choice, so you know it's there.
Okay.
I mean, if it's not in range, it's not going to be effective. But so long as it can hear me, it's effective.
Okay.
Within that range.
What
But
is the range?
60 feet.
Okay.
60.
And do you know whether or not it is successful?
No, but at bare minimum, it's either gotta make a retreat and take damage, and just maybe if it's using some kind of invisibility spell, we can
I see what you're saying. Okay.
see it in motion.
I see. You cast it, and if you're like, I'm assuming then you're gonna like tell people to be on the lookout for something like that as you're casting it.
Yeah.
You cast it, and there doesn't seem to be any disturbance resulting from the spell.
I do not mean this to be a pun, but this is some shit, guys.
Yeah, it seems like everything we're trying doesn't work.
Hold on.
Alright, let's get the hell out of here then.
No. I cast. Nope.
Gate.
If I have dispel magic.
Just a thought, but if he was looking at us, if he really is that concerned about us, he'll find us again. And next time he finds us, we can be ready for him.
Unless he has something prepared.
Yeah.
Well, then we just gotta prepare better.
Right. There's no way of tracking him. A 26 survival doesn't work, so there's nothing. We're dead end here, basically.
They said
Well,
there is a, like I said, there's a very specific thing he's doing that like it would technically be possible to pinpoint him, but you know, and if you guys like figured out a way to do it, I would allow it, but I'm not sure how you'd have done it.
For dispel magic, it says choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range.
Okay, what is the range?
120 feet.
Okay.
If I just like cast that kind of willy-nilly without being aware of the magical effect,
Uh-huh.
probably pretty fucking pointless. Am I right?
Probably.
Yeah, well, she cast it anyway because she don't know better.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if
Just for
anything
the-
would happen.
Hell of it. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna drop that in there.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you would. Yeah, I'm not sure what you would affect.
You are a coward, and I hate you for bringing me down here into the sewer. Good day. I'm leaving you guys. I'm not hanging out down here anymore.
Yeah, this sucks.
Guess we leave.
Okay. Well, you're on the other side of the bars now, so eventually you'd find yourself a different manhole
Manhole.
to come up out of. But eventually you'd come back up into the main city.
Prestidigitation, prestidigitation,
I
prestidigitation.
need a bath.
Man,
Yep.
that was a wild goose chase.
The
Into
goose
these
would have been
sewers.
less slippery. Um,
I'll tell you guys later what he was actually doing, just so you know I'm not just trying to pull a fast one on you.
with my researching the maps, I'd like to find the closest inn or hotel with like a bathhouse attached. Anything with like bathing facilities.
Yeah, you could
I need
totally
that in my life.
you could totally find something like that if you wanted it.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Charlie, would you like a bath?
Sorry, what was that, Val?
Would you like a bath to clean up? I know that prestidigitation doesn't always make the icky go away.
If it's the kind with bubbles, then hell yeah.
Bubble bath!
Dwarven bubble baths, real famous.
Bubbles for the kid.
Do you guys want to? You still got a couple places in the city you haven't been. Do you guys want to pause for a quick 5? I'm just gonna get some more water and then we'll come back.
Yeah,
Sure.
could use a beer.
Cool.
Sure.
And then you guys can figure out, where you still want to go within the city. Okay, we'll BRB stream. Yeah, we're back.
Bow, 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 bow.
Yep. Hey everybody, we're back. Y'all just popped out. Oh no, you guys just went to a bathhouse, got all cleaned up. So it's probably
Yes.
it's probably going to be around dinner time now. Although shops are still going to be open for a few more hours if you still want to visit the places you have not been. And there are several you have not been to yet.
Do you want to go to Sunny's? I don't know why, but that name sounds very, very familiar to me. Sunil?
Runiel and Suniel.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I feel like we need to go to Runiel's to get our tetanus shot now.
As
Hey,
you're
that's there.
as you're having this discussion, you realize they're two neighboring stores.
Well, shoot, let's go in and get a shot.
Yeah.
Is everybody eating ice cream?
No, shots would be at the
Apparently.
bearded brewer.
It's sort of like, you know how in RPGs...
Non-dairy.
Mine is dairy.
I guess I could go ahead and try a shot.
You know how in like RPGs, it'll be like a building with two entrances, and like one side's armor, one side's weapons, but you can just walk back and forth in between, so it's like, why were there even two doors?
Mm-hmm.
When you go
It's that
inside...
truck stop with like the truck stop and the
Yeah.
McDonald's.
So when you go inside to Runiel and Suniel's, that's what you see inside.
Hill giant strength! Hill giant strength!
And one side, Runiel's remedies over here, has a bunch of potions. Suniel's supplies over here has a bunch of items.
And
They
get a
both
lock
look
pick.
like badasses.
They are. And they welcome you happily as you enter their shop.
Well, funny story, I can't afford anything on that side
Yeah,
of the
I
shop.
was just looking
besides-
at it like, I can't afford anything.
Yeah, that's because
Like
we
it's
make them
that-
with quality in this town.
Walk in, look at the potions, look at the price, and be like, oh, okay. Just kidding.
We actually haven't made any gold. I'm still at 0 gold pieces.
How do you have 0?
I gave everything I had to
Greta.
Because you got this super
Greta.
custom great armor.
That's-
Yeah, which I still
Well-
technically owe her some money for.
Honey, come here. Like, what do you need? Do you want a hammer? Or an herbalism kit? Or a lock?
I'll be
Mr.
fine.
Braun purchased a lock not too long ago. It's really good.
No, I'll be fine.
Do you want a pot?
My dad always said all you need is a pot to piss in.
Well, hold
He
on.
didn't say
Do you
that.
have your
That sounds like
bag of-
Braun's dad.
do
You
you have a
definitely
bag-
need more than just a pot.
You got your bag of flour? Because that matters.
You did use your last one, if I remember correctly.
I definitely did. I'll need to restock while I'm here.
Okay.
Yes.
And while I'm going up, and I'm like, I'll start talking to the two over there.
Mhm.
Ladies, you have a wonderful shop here. I
Thank you.
commend the excellent choices. We're clearly not from around town. We're
Yeah, how's the weather
investigate-
up there?
It's quite nice, actually. But we're actually investigators, looking for a string of mysterious deaths and sometimes disappearances. We heard that the wand maker might be disappeared, kidnapped. It's unclear. Do you know anything about that?
Oh, Castor. Yeah, we haven't seen him in a couple days. Closed up shop a few days back. Hasn't opened since, and, you know, we're here to make money in this part of town, so not really sure what that's about, but no one's seen him.
Were you very close to him?
Well, close in that we occupied a similar corner of real estate in the square, sure.
But you guys never really talked that much.
Business colleagues, you know, occasionally the businesses of the city get together for a luncheon or something like that, but I don't know if he was close with many people. I suppose a wand shop owner can be a bit idiosyncratic.
He didn't have any close loved ones, family members, things
Pretty
like
much
that.
a perennial bachelor from what I know.
Did he throw really cool parties or anything?
He would attend a few.
Oh.
Not really the most sociable one, kind of the stand in a corner awkwardly for a bit and then leave type.
I feel that. Yeah.
Did he ever mention?
No, I bet you're the life of the party. You got instruments on your
Oh.
back right now.
I do, but stop it, you. That's very kind.
Was that you playing that music out there earlier that we heard?
It was.
It was very good.
Thank you.
He never mentioned wanting to go on any trips,
Oh, that's right. We're
business
here for.
excursions, things like that.
Not that I know of. I suppose at some points he must get lonely, but he certainly never made a pass at either of us. And come on, we're two successful businesswomen. Why wouldn't you want to make a pass at either of us?
I can't hazard a guess.
That's what he's crazy.
Well, listen, we're hoping to find out more about him. If there was anyone we could speak to, a lawman or woman, or possibly anyone who might know anything. Do you have any ideas who we could speak to?
Well, we don't have that many guards in the city. Most of us can kind of take care of our own, but there's definitely a lot of gossip goes around down at the forge. That is the, Sis, how many people would you say in the city work there? I think what you should be asking is how many don't work there. It's a pretty popular place.
All interesting stuff. Yes, I'll just take the flour wrapped up.
Sure. That'll be, I think we said it's a silver for the sack filled with the flour.
Sure.
All right.
Charlie,
done.
do you need anything while we were here?
Well, I think I used the healing potion last time. Oh wait, never mind. I forgot to check my pouch, by which I mean my sheet. I had 20 gold and needed 5 gold more, but I'm pretty sure we've already done this. So I think I have no gold.
That makes sense because that would be 25, and you probably got a 50% discount in Kayla's shop. So that's probably accurate.
I think somebody lent me 5 gold last time, and I paid for 1 healing potion. And so now I'm pretty sure I'm completely broke.
I do have a slice of cake.
You guys may have some stuff to sell too.
Let me look. I have pieces of paper with the hidden secrets of the universe on them.
I know
would
Ron
be
at
such
least.
an asshole for selling my Technicolor dream coat right in front of.
Oh man.
That'd be fucked up.
Huh.
I would like to buy it though.
How many healing potions can I get for this?
Are you actually trying to pawn it?
Oh no, then I'm definitely not doing that.
Okay. I know at least, at the very least, Braun has. Didn't you loot a battle axe from the mansion?
I did.
Did you remember that?
How much could I get for this battle axe? It came from a haunted house.
What now?
It is not
It is a
haunted,
haunted battle axe.
but it came
You
from
don't
a
know
haunted
that
house.
though.
Well, you might be able to fetch a
You
better
don't know
price
that.
if you told somebody it was haunted. That
It's
said,
pretty haunted.
neither of us really deal in weapons. If you want to sell that, you should take it down to the armory.
You sure they're not going to laugh at me for having this?
They're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you.
I mean, they might laugh, but they should also give you a fair price.
I'll take that. All right, and then Braun's going to throw it back in the giant bag of loot
Okay.
on his back.
All right.
I don't know what I did with my leather armor. Did I? End
Oh,
up...
we have like a bunch of wands, you guys.
We do.
I thought we gave him back.
No, from also the haunted house.
We have wands.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yes,
That.
you have a wand of poison spray and a wand of shocking grass,
Shocking grass.
which is essentially a taser.
Huh.
Yeah.
Although
I mean,
I
we
will
could
remind you, the
obviously use
entire
these
the entire crux of this right now is that the wand shop is closed.
Right. But I forgot that we had the ones in the first place.
But
That's
actually,
the thing.
Tony,
I do want to reward you guys with more gold for some things, But at the same time, yeah, you do have a good amount of things you should be able to pawn off.
Tony, I have the perk that lets me sell whatever I want to anyone. So I'm just gonna dump a ton of iron daggers on this lady's desk and make her buy it from me.
Suddenly it is.
It's like, I'm a potions vendor. Don't care. Take my daggers. Goodbye.
I mean,
I made 80 of them.
flip side is you have infinite fast travel in D&D because all I have to do is tab you over to a different thing, a different screen. Do you guys want to hop to the armory then, or do you have more bartering to do here?
Yeah, I think we can go to the forge.
So the forge and the armory are actually two different things. The forge is where everything's made, but the armory is the separate actual storefront.
That math checks out, yeah.
The armory is where Van went before and actually found that dead body. But it was late at night, so the armory itself was not open for business. This is essentially like the candy store, but like Hershey Park is behind it. You know what I'm saying? So over to the armory. Ignore the fact that it looks like this woman is a giant. She is not.
Are you
She's
sure?
adorable and I love her.
Yep.
And she's got
Hello, fellow giant. How are you?
It really does look like she is just standing over a big model house she made.
It's a very intricate dollhouse you made there.
But this is the armory that Van and the thieves entered. But anyway, you go inside and this clerk is behind the desk and she'll perk up. Oh, hello there. You looking to buy or sell some supplies?
We have this battle axe here. Quite old, but seems to still maintain its luster after this time.
Pretty sure it's haunted.
It's haunted, you say?
It may or may not be haunted. I
Probably haunted.
cannot confirm.
She gives it a keen look. Well, my manager might kill me for doing this, but if it's possibly haunted, I ought to be able to buy it back for a wee bit more gold than what we normally sell them for. So, maybe we say 12 gold for the battle axe?
Works for me.
All right.
Isn't it weird? Like, usually houses that are, like, haunted, they're like, we will give you a great discount. And they're like, give us your haunted things. So we can pawn them off on poor unsuspecting peoples and haunt them.
We did tell her.
I know, I'm just saying.
All I'm
it's
saying
a
is
little
if it is haunted, there's definitely a fighter out there who's gonna want to use it.
That's true. That's true.
Especially if ghosts.
We're gonna
thirst
get our
for
accents really confused in this scene, Sid.
Yes, we are. It's already happening.
blood. Anyway, have you heard about the disturbances?
Oh man. Any
We're looking for
disturbances?
Sorry, not a disturbance. The wand salesman been missing.
I be looking for Castor. He's been missing for a few days now, but can't say anyone's seen him.
So we just up and left, disappeared.
Seems
Didn't
that way.
even bother-
Of course, when you got a shop full of
bother
wands,
stripping
there's
me.
probably one or two things in there that can help you disappear if you need to.
If I do a memory, okay, if you're watching Psych, right, and he does like a memory flashback where he like looks off to the side and like it plays the scene back from earlier in the episode, but in like a grayscale sepia kind of deal, and it kind of zooms in on like an area where there was a clue.
Okay.
Could I roll like a history check to think of any, like, while I was looking through, any wands that were missing that would have been labeled or anything?
I'm gonna say there's, especially if you're like trying to recall, you're not gonna recall anything specific, but based on the fact that it is a wand shop, you're inclined to agree. Yeah, if there's essentially a wand for every spell that exists, assumedly, and there's even wands for perhaps some unique spells, so chances are he's probably got something that can let him either fly away or be invisible or something, you know what I mean?
And the guy
Nice, Ryan.
definitely looked like some weird, like, orange-topped guy with the crazy beard who likes to ski around onto rebar poles.
I'm sorry, what now?
Never mind.
I will say, if you're describing the guy that you were just chasing after,
Yeah.
that sounds like you've seen him then.
That's the Wand Keeper.
I suppose. I mean, if what you're describing is what you saw, that sounds like an outfit I've seen Castor in before.
He
Wait,
was
so
wielding a wand.
glowing orange one.
Orange.
Maybe red.
Not like any wand I've ever heard of.
So
I mean, if
I'm
he
gonna
was
kinda,
holding it, he was holding it. I'm just saying it.
I'm
Might
gonna
not be a
kind of
spell I
turn
know.
away from her and huddle with the group. Okay, so apparently he's gone from the city, but now he's turned up. He's still in the city, watching us look for him. I'm missing something. I've got to be missing something.
Maybe
here.
he feels threatened.
I think he's
Maybe
running.
Somebody threatened him.
What? What is he running from? What is he?
Well, right now he's running from us.
Why?
But if he thinks that someone was watching him or wanted him dead, he might be watching his own place to see who shows up.
Okay.
But whatever danger he thinks he's in right now, he now thinks that we're the danger.
I am the danger.
That's what I said.
Okay.
I am
vengeance.
I am the
I'm night. I'm gonna pull out that map of the city that had been studying on the train,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of like look at buildings around it, around the wand shop.
Wand shop. Okay. I mean,
Where
so all
that
these
was-
businesses that you've been to are all essentially in that same square. So you are still in that general area.
Okay.
You're still in that same plaza.
I'm gonna look at the map and look around the plaza and take a minute and
You're
just
still in
look.
the same Aubrey Plaza. Anyways.
Damn it.
She's amazing.
She is amazing.
I'm going to study and kind of think about, okay, if I was going to stake out this place, where would I be? I'd want it to be at least a second floor so I could keep a good eye on things. Which of these spaces have kind of living area or some room where you could stay and scope things out, and then try to figure out which of them he would have had some sort of relationship with. Like, I don't know.
I get what you're saying. I
Yeah.
mean, there are plenty of buildings from which you would have a good vantage point on his shop.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're asking about like whether or not he was like in good with any of the people who would have owned those buildings, you're gonna get the same results that you got from the sisters at the previous shop, where he wasn't really much of a sociable guy.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't really much of a sociable guy. I mean, like I said, there's wands for basically everything. I guess there's wands for creating friends if you're lonely.
What if, hypothetically, we just go and burn his wand shop down? What if that?
Well,
I whisper.
it's
I
built-
don't say that to
It is
her.
it is built into the side of a mountain.
That would be
That is
arson.
very true.
That'd be arson, and it's hard to burn stone down.
Aye, don't be
Mostly
talking
like
about
arson
setting
thing.
fires.
Expect that from the boy.
I'm sorry. It was, just spitballing, thinking out loud. If he thinks that there is a threat to his place, to his goods, maybe he would show up and be like, "How about you?" and annihilate us or something.
This may come as odd, but did he happen to have any enemies that you know of? People that might want to move in on his turf or get him to move out of the city?
Well, there was a time no longer where there's another little guy like us up in Hilson, guy named Probus, owned a bunch of buildings, wanted to own more, and we were having none of that. But it's my understanding that now he's no more, so not really an issue at this point. As far as enemies, I feel like you'd have to have acquaintances of any sort before you could make enemies. You catch my drift.
If this Probus guy died and he owned a lot of property, who owns that property now?
I don't know. You'd have to go visit and find out.
Will do.
Foreshadowing for whenever you guys go back up to that city.
That's the only hint we have right now that something's off, is that the shop owner has disappeared. There's no hints of
But he hasn't really disappeared. He's still here watching for whoever moves in on his business or something.
If that's really him.
If that's really him. I'm confused.
Valison,
Yeah.
actually. Charlie. You should do
Yeah.
it. You could use the eye.
I'm pretty sure Allison has the eye.
I can give it to you if it's something you want to try.
I mean, I guess, but if you're the one who knows how to use it, you should use it.
I'm just always weary about trying it because I'm afraid to break it.
It's the dragon's eye.
Yeah.
It's your
I
birthright.
mean, like, if you want me to, I can give it a shot. You want me to try to find him?
Yeah.
You
think
think you're
so.
up to it?
Alrighty then, I'll give it a go. Watch him finally be the one to roll the 1 on the dice.
All right, I just want to look up the
That's
scrying
the
rules.
only reason why I immediately don't go there is because I'm so afraid of breaking it.
Okay, so I'm gonna say based on the ruling, this is gonna be a first hand. You have met the target, so it's gonna be a flat save on his case, because you don't have likeness, possession, body part, or anything like that.
What if we ran to his shop real quick? Hazard jumped up top, went and grabbed the thingamajig of his.
Does Hazard grab anything from his room?
That would technically count if you did that.
Like I said, I mean, I had asked if there was anything that stood out to me, any sort of evidence. So if there wasn't any evidence that would have stuck out, I wouldn't have grabbed it. Like I'm not.
If you
taking
were to
his shit.
return and do that, that
Oh,
would
oh,
qualify. By definition, it would be a possession or garment if you chose to do that.
Let's
Okay.
go back there and get this before I do this, because from what you've told me off screen, it sounds like this could break it at like any moment.
Okay. I'm going to this time, instead of ziplining, I'm going to cast jump on myself and just like sprint across the way and just like leap up.
Just across rooftops until you get there.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, I was thinking just like run across towards it and then leap
Oh, just
up.
leap right up. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So you do that. Window's still busted, of course.
Yeah. I'm going to aim to jump, like dive into it, just kind of like pocket in and then like hero roll in and land in a cool pose and look around. Damn. No one here to see it. That's really fucking cool though. Nice. And then look around and grab anything that looks like it meant something to the person.
I mean, it literally just has to be a possession or garment, so anything that the person owns qualifies.
I'll grab a book.
Okay.
An informational book, if possible.
Sure. You'll find like a history of wands or something like that. Wand making 101, wand making for idiots, one of those things.
Okay.
Alrighty.
And then
so with
before I jump back out, I do want to like look from where I am, since I have a good vantage point now.
Mhm.
Look at other windows and see if there's like rocking chairs or chairs facing windows to like anything that looks like it's staking out this place.
From where you are, give me perception. Mostly what you're seeing are like most of these top floors are going to be like the office of the person who ever owns the business. So you're just seeing a lot of like desks and things like that. Not necessarily any like deliberately placed chairs facing the window. Most of them, they would have their back to their window as they're like working at the desk.
Okay, so nothing that stands out.
Nope.
Okay, I'll shrug and hop back out the window. Bring out. All right, I got this book.
All right. So you've got a possession, which gives him a -4. And I'm going to need... I guess you don't have to roll anything. It's just based on your save.
So wisdom save.
Yep. So what is your DC, Richard?
17.
Okay. Well, he fails it. He fails it. So, he fails it, and you see.
Does he fail it?
He fails. It's me saying that as I'm looking and reading 100 other things. And you see him down there in the sewers. And as you're all looking through, you know, it's the invisible orb, unless other things. And so he's walking, and you see him kind of walking, and then he just kind of pauses. Sort of turns around, and then basically starts staring directly back at you guys. Then he pulls out another wand and just dispels the orb that was looking at him.
So, do we get any sense of what was around him when he was walking?
You got maybe like 10 seconds, and you just look like more sewers.
So he's still in the sewers.
Seems that way.
Alrighty, I'm gonna roll my d6 now.
Okay.
Oh! It almost hit that one. It almost rolled to that one.
All right. Well, it still has juice.
Well, this didn't get us any closer to figuring out where he is or what to do with him.
It did tell us one thing. He's on guard. He's able to see things that are invisible or detect them anyways. So, Charlie, that's important for you to know. And he seems on the run.
On the run.
He attacked you, Hazard?
I feel like Hazard attacked first.
Yeah, he.
Andrew,
Fuck
I
me
knew
up.
that was the clip. I didn't even have to click on the link. I knew that was what you were sharing.
I am Orb.
Orb is horse.
They're so good.
I gotta tell you
he
something
just
after
kinda
the episode
slipped
ends
away.
that reminded me of, actually, Andrew. Anyways, it's good stuff. And it also has nothing to do with you. You'll just appreciate it. Okay, so yeah, that's what you guys got. Oh, you know what? Scrying is auditory, right? It's not just visual?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So, my fault. When the scrying happened, you definitely did hear, like, the sound of, like, the alarm spell or something. That alerted him to, like, turn around.
Interesting. I didn't know if the scrying would alert an alarm, but that would make sense. I could.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it would.
Let's see. Alarm. Oh, alarm is specifically creatures, not objects. Well, I mean, the thing I said before is still the case. He still turns and it's gone.
But would he see something that's invisible?
He would. I'm not going to tell you why.
Fucking true.
Got everything he needs.
He owns a magic shop.
Yeah, right? Like, having a magic shop, I feel, would put you in the primo Home Alone territory, where you're like, you want to come fuck with me? Got him.
Is there any way we can relay a message to him so that way he can know we're not trying to hurt him?
I've tried that.
I mean, could we leave a note anywhere maybe or something?
That's what I'm saying. We need
Well,
to go to
no.
his house.
You know what he looks like and you know his name.
Is that familiar?
What it
Yes.
is that the wording on messaging, that it has to be somebody you're familiar with?
Familiar.
I mean, now we know his name, we know where he lives, we know what he looks like.
That's true.
Yeah, I feel like we're more familiar with him now.
I'd probably allow it in that case.
Let's give it one more.
Okay, what would you like me to say? Like, hey, homie, thanks for attacking us and leading us to like a shit-filled pursuit for no reason.
No, you gotta calm him down. He's on edge, and he needs to know that he can trust us.
We did not appreciate the poo-poo, sir. Good day.
Maybe I think we got off on the wrong foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine. Hold on, let me type it out so I make sure I don't exceed my 25. What is his name again? Whitwick?
Castor Whitwick is his name.
Mr. Whitwick. I believe we got off on the wrong foot.
We are investigating your disappearance.
We mean you no harm. We just want answers.
Are you really missing? Question mark. We mean you no harm and would like to discuss an important matter with you, or an urgent matter with you. Maybe mention the Dream Knights.
I would say we don't mean you harm. We're just looking for answers about dreams. If you know of any. That'll really answer all of our questions. If he knows anything about that.
Okay.
Yeah, if we
One,
didn't
two,
listen,
three,
he doesn't
four.
know anything, I'd be like, oh my god.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Ayo!
All
Okay.
right, read it for me.
Mr. Whitwick, I believe we got off on the wrong foot. We mean you no harm. We would like to ask you some questions, or we would like to ask you questions about dreams.
All right. So you get back. Actually, hold on. Let me type mine out too, just so.
P.S. Don't be a poo-poo.
Don't send that.
Send
Well,
it.
that would cost another spell slot, and I don't want to do that today.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Okay, that's under 25. So you just get back like a really panicked kind of sounding answers. Just no time for talking. The dreams have the answers. I must become the knight.
Oh, balls. So, he said that he must become the knight.
Like Batman?
Like the Dark Knight of Mike. Oh, Jesus, talking is hard. Hey, Mr. Whitwick, can you fucking not? 1,000.
Yeah, that's what you get back.
What?
Can you tell him, just tell him to tell us where he is so we can help with the dreams.
How about where are you? We would like to help. We have information about the Dream Knights. Because we do.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. Whammo babbo. Mr. Whitwick, where are you? We would like to help you. We do have plenty of information about the Dream Knights.
Okay.
That's sending number 2. If we run into a fucking thing today, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you get back the same panicked tone. Just no help, no one else. They're all dead, and it is my fault.
I think he murdered some people or did some sacrifices, y'all. I think. No, never mind. If he murdered people, I suppose sending a whole fleet of guards into the sewers to pursue him would probably be a noopsie daisy.
And by the time they'd get there, he'd be gone anyway.
Yeah.
So, where would the tunnels have access to? Like, if I'm fleeing through the tunnels, what's my end goal?
I mean, it's sewers. You could get just about anywhere.
Yes, but is there something underneath the city? Tony, can
Oh,
we
you're
have
asking. I see. You want to know what do you want?
Can I have the other map of the city with the names of places?
Sure, of course. I see what you're asking. You'd have to ask somebody in town for the thread that you're currently trying to follow. I see. I understand what you're looking for, though.
We're outside his house right now.
Go to places on the map we haven't been to.
Tony, in your world, how old do dwarves live?
Pretty good amount of time. What's the normal dwarven lifespan? It's like 150.
I thought it was like a couple hundred years. I'm not
Okay.
sure what.
1 million.
Probably 150 to 200.
So we got some old ass dwarves. My guess is that they're probably at the forge.
Yep.
If there's people that know what's beneath the city or what's been here for a long time,
Probably them.
I bet it's them. I think we should go talk to them.
But also, we should probably ask around. I mean, by the sounds of it, some people have been murdered.
Possibly.
Average dwarves live to about 350. Live about 350 years.
Okay.
That's their average?
On average, they live to that, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say probably like 150 to 200 in this world.
Okay.
Because this world's still generally pretty young, so I'm saying they probably haven't like developed to that point, you know.
So I think we should head over to the forge.
Sounds like a good move, yeah.
Okay. You head over to the forge. And you get there, and there are a bunch of dwarves outside of said forge, outside of the entrance. And yes, this statue next to the door is very much headless, just like you see in the picture.
Nice.
So a lot of twins through here, huh?
Yes, you noticed lots of... The guards in front of this forge all seem to be twins as well.
Guys, I want a twin sister. I think that would be really great. Don't put that evil in the universe, Ryan.
Don't
I'm
put
just
that
saying.
evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
I'm just saying, how fucked up would that be?
Wouldn't that be
That'd
interesting?
suck.
Wouldn't that be interesting, guys?
If
Why the
Tony
fuck
were
you
to
say it that way?
pull Ornstein and Smo.
Wouldn't that be interesting? So, anyways, you approach the yeah, so you approach the, oh yeah, this head is not actually here. It's not like something's fallen off. It's just literally, it seems like it was cast as a headless statue initially. But yeah, so in front of the door, you have basically 5 sets of twin guards. These like 10 dwarves out there as you approach.
Hail and well met.
Gentlemen,
Actually.
ladies.
Oh shit. Braun speaks Dwarvish.
Nice.
Okay.
So Braun will go over and give a very formal greeting to them in
Okay.
Dwarvish.
And they'll do the same.
Like, hey, how's it going? I love me some rocks.
This mountain rocks.
Aye, well met. I love me some rocks too.
It sounds like really good, like in Dwarvish, but that's
Yeah.
basically what it translates to.
The leader twins seem to be this one here, the one with sort of the top knot going on. And they just say the same.
Aye, we love some rocks too.
That's my new headcanon. That's how they talk.
Aye, we love rocks.
That is the common greeting,
And if-
is we love rocks.
Yeah, and if you don't speak Dwarvish, you just hear like,
Rock, stone. Gravel, pebble.
yeah.
Pebble.
Yeah, so,
Well met. We love rocks
Oh.
too.
Good to see some good rock-loving men and women here. Do you mind if we speak the common tongue for my friends?
I suppose.
I think I have the helm of comprehending shit, don't
you
I?
do.
The
Oh,
one that
yeah,
they're
you
using
do.
To circumvent daylight sensitivity.
Mhm. Like I said, I've given you guys so much cool stuff that you always forget about.
I'm
I
using
forget
the
about that.
helmet to see during the day
It's true.
because sunlight sucks.
Yeah.
So
You're using a universal translator as sunglasses.
Yeah.
sunglasses. That's
Basically.
some basic bitch shit.
So yeah, they'll switch over to speaking common.
Hello, we're investigators and warriors from
Around.
other parts. We're looking for a dwarf, Caster, I believe, the owner of the wand shop. He seems to have gone missing.
Well, if you know he's gone missing, then what are you doing looking for him here? He ain't turned up.
Right. We have reason to believe he's hiding somewhere in the sewers right now.
Ugh, that's a pretty disgusting place to be hiding.
Agreed.
Yes, it is.
He doesn't seem to be in the right state of mind at the moment. We need to know what's down there. Is there anyone who knows about the constructions or the layout of that place?
You want to know what's down there? It's a whole lot
Other
of,
than
well,
the poo-poo.
what the young lady said. That's what's down there.
Where does
There's
it
no older parts of the city, older temples or parts of the city that were underground.
You're standing right in front of the oldest part of the city, friend. The forge is what this entire place was built around.
Oh. Thought
So
I
does it
see.
lead into the forge?
Slip on the inside there.
What's may we enter?
All 10 dwarves just let out just this real hearty laugh. Just,
Oh, the forge has been guild members only since it's been founded there, son.
Oh, I see.
But you love rocks, right? That's the thing. You
Do
love
love
rocks.
rock.
We love
Rocks
rocks too, but you gotta understand, we take guild membership very,
the camera's like zooming in on each of these.
very, very seriously.
These lines are like super thick and drawn and serious and intense.
How does somebody become a member of the guild?
Well, none of you look like us, which
Oh,
kind of
So it's a
disqualifies you
race
from
thing.
the start. That's a dwarf thing, yeah.
yeah, no, I get it.
Bloodlines,
It
lineage,
wasn't
that sort of
be
thing.
like, oh, it's racism. No, I get it. I
Well, see,
understand.
my father was a guild member. His father before him.
And then they're all just like chiming in, and mine before him, and mine before him.
My uncle, twice removed, actually. He was a big one.
And you,
Okay.
you hear one in the back.
My uncle actually works for Nintendo, but they grandfathered me in.
A quick,
Sure, it's a heritage, not hate thing. Cool, cool.
a quick scan about. I don't
The
see any
list.
manhole covers or anything like that, do I?
No.
Fuck. I want to dimension door to the top of that frickin' statue and stand on the neck hole to see if it's in there. But I don't have that fucking spell anymore. So, hey, I like leaning towards Braun. Hey, I love rocks. Undercommon.
I love that you have to punctuate every sentence with I love rocks.
What are the odds that we can like maybe sneak in here after dark or something, do you think?
Cut to wide shot of 10 heavily armed dwarves.
Actually, if you want to cut to a wide shot, I don't expect it. This was a just in case scenario.
Good lord.
This is your wide shot.
Oof. I'm whispering in Undercommon. What do you want from me? I mean, I'm whispering in Undercommon.
Dwarves sometimes know undercommon. They're also from
Wow.
underground.
Hey, you know Undercommon?
I mean, Artem's brothers are literally dark dwarves.
Oh, that's true. Shit.
They respond back. You get the subtitle as they respond back in undercommon like, I. Or is I just the same word in both languages? Like no
It
in
probably-
English and
yeah.
Spanish.
See?
I love rocks.
No, you know what?
So-
Based on Val's accent, the word you get is niet.
Oh yeah.
You get something like that back. Yeah.
I get the Russian back.
So anyway, that's your wide shot.
I hate it. Thank you.
That was that was a backup. I do not expect you guys to engage with these dwarves, but that was
Well,
just in
that's
case.
too bad. I cast level 5 Shatter.
Okay, well, there's 860 total HP on that page shared among them, so...
That's what I do in a round. What are you talking about?
She cast that level 5 on the architecture above them, crumbling the wall, raining concrete down on them.
And
I
the walls
use attack
tumbled
10
in.
times in a round.
I leave.
You win.
So this one leaning with his shield would kind of like lean a little more forward.
You know, if you're thinking of sneaking in, I wouldn't go about it. Just as many... We got the guards out here, but you realize anyone inside, they see an on-guild member. They're turning all those tools of the trade into weapons on you.
Of course. No one's talking about sneaking in.
Besides,
No, but hey,
no one's letting in new guild members till Ruby gets back anyway.
oh great.
Okay, what if we came with someone that's in the guild? Would we be...
Only person who would let something like that slide is Ruby herself. She ain't in town right now, taking a bit of time off before she takes over the business, you see. And something tells me she wouldn't exactly trust any of you tall folk anyway.
Her name wasn't on the passenger manifest, was it?
Nope.
Only if I could.
But you know that it's the... I mean, someone I'm sure said this at this point. It is the twin of the previous ambassador.
Mm-hmm.
Who's just taking over all her sister's duties, basically.
Well, gentlemen, this was a lovely, enlightening conversation.
Right.
I love rocks.
I have to ask, though, if we can't go inside, I need to know, inside, is there a large gate-like structure?
One like this, and I'll pull out a doodle I've made
Okay.
of the gate that we encountered.
And
Because if there is a, and I'll say this in Dwarvish, because if there is, you could all be in grave danger.
the one, they,
I like rocks.
they answer back. They all look at it, answer back in Dwarvish, just that they all affirm they have not seen anything like that arch inside.
Okay.
Now, they all will also tell you that like they've not a one of them has seen every square inch of the place, but as far as what they've seen, they have not seen anything like that inside. However, there are places that are off limits even to guild members. You know, like yeah.
But this is the oldest place in the city.
That's
The
a
city
good
was
doodle.
built around it.
Yeah,
Love it. Love it.
with Africa in the background.
All right.
Okay, but hypothetically, I could totally dimension Torin.
No,
At
no, Ralston,
at like
No.
level 5.
Ralston, no,
I
No,
know. I hate it though.
no.
Does Val want to take on an entire guild of dwarves?
I could take them. I'm super
I will
strong.
also remind you they said this is the most popular workplace in the city, which means
I am.
like
I will have
hundreds
you
and hundreds
know
of dwarves.
that I am like so wicked, super, super, duper, super strong. Super.
I mean,
super
hey,
strong.
mind
Oh, hey, that worked out.
mind won over matter when Charlie took on the monks, so it's possible.
Yeah. I don't have freaking anything. Send whispers, heat metal, hold person, mass cure wounds. I could cure all of their wounds. Fourth level's gone. Sending's almost completely gone.
All right. Well, I
Mhm.
don't want to take up more of your time. Thank you again for speaking to us.
Thanks,
Praise be to rocks.
Aye.
Praise, and they all do like a praise be to rocks in sync.
I could have cast friends on him, but then that's a whole army of other people that are like, hey, you're not friends with that guy. So,
I was thinking maybe
It's
we
like
could
one of the
talk.
most useless spells. Jeez.
It is. It's such a useless cantrip. I thought
hate
I'd
it.
use it more.
Friends? It
Yeah.
must be good one-on-one.
No, not even, because it's like for 1 minute they're like kind of chill with you, and then afterwards they're like angry at you because
They know
they
what
know
you did to them.
magic.
Oh,
Like-
could it,
And it has to
be
be
a less
a
useful
creature
cantrip?
that if it
Right?
can't, it has to be somebody that isn't already hostile against you.
Yeah.
So if you're like in a like
I mean, it's
a
only a
thing, you can't
cantrip.
just
What do you
like,
want?
"Oh, anything."
Yeah, you use it and then you never speak to that person. It's like
That
The cantrip won't be
dating
dominate person.
Well, I
know,
want it
but-
to be.
I don't even want it to be that. I just want it to be like
Just
more
want it to
useful.
work.
utility. Yeah.
I don't
No,
want
hear
it to
ya.
be something where it's like once I use it,
Where
I
you're burning a
actively
bridge.
make an enemy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah, because that's a direct thing that happens
I hear
too.
Instead of friends, it should be called make enemy.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, you're getting to around about the evening time now, as you leave the forge behind.
Yeah, I guess we can go to the lunch house and
Yeah.
settle in. Maybe
maybe we
tomorrow
can talk to
go
them.
to the.
Maybe they don't know
Maybe
what to do.
somebody has a good layout of the sewer system or something, or books. Maybe there's a library somewhere.
I was thinking in terms of sewers. They must use the sewers.
They have to, I think.
The forge.
Mm-hmm.
If we needed to get inside, that might be a way.
It's just getting through all of the barriers, because, using up all of our spells to get to the place to have a fight with the big bad evil thing.
As you guys are
Exactly.
going along through the streets, you'll hear like a hey, you guys from behind you.
I have a message for you. Tough finding you. Here you go.
One of the lady dwarves just kind of catch up to you. Hey, listen, I didn't want to like share too much at the gate or anything, just for sake of, looking like I was weak or something in front of the other guards, but just your grave danger thing, the warning you gave, like nothing dangerous has happened, but like weird stuff's been happening in the forge, like supplies missing or like, things like that, things being moved from where they were left the night before, just kind of weird stuff like that.
Sounds like our guy.
Sounds like someone might be holding up in there or coming in at night.
I would.
I don't know. I figured you'd want to know.
Thank you for the information.
Have there been any guild members that have disappeared recently?
No, none that I've heard of. People seem to still be reporting for work.
I don't suppose there are random triplets around somewhere and they can't find their triplet.
Triplets aren't as common as twins.
Well, that's funny, because we have no like a... Oh, it's the word for the 7 is called for the 5 or whatever he is.
5 is quintuplets.
Quintuplets. What's
Yeah.
7?
Septuplets.
Yeah, there it is.
Well,
there
it actually
is.
goes in this order. It goes twins, then
Trip.
what's 4? Now I don't remember what 4 is.
Quadtuplets?
Quadtuplet, yeah. So she'll go,
I was
well,
gonna say
it's
quadruple.
it's twins, then it's quads, then it's triplets, then it's single kids, then it's quints. That's the top 5 for dwarf births. Don't expect that to ever come up again.
I'm writing it down.
So things are moving around, and this is in the morning. Is there much security at night? Are people watching the halls?
Oh, we've always got guards out front, yeah. The guild hall itself is usually empty once people go home for the night.
Gotcha. All right. Well, thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah, no problem. I gotta get back, though. I had not the best excuse for leaving my post, so I gotta,
I got a shit! I'll be right back!
Yeah, she runs back. Well, alrighty. You guys headed back to the Rivera house then for the day?
As we go,
Oh, that should say Rivera House, not Lang House. My mistake.
I would like to kind of keep tabs as we pass them. I'm not going to go out of my way to find them,
Mhm.
but I would like to mark down where the sewer entrances are
Okay. Yeah,
as
you'll
we pass them.
every like couple blocks you'll find some. But again, like it's not this place isn't like a really nice grid system because it's a city-based or a mountain-based city.
Right, but I figure like she can like draw a line like here's the road we're on,
Totally.
and like lines for roads and be like here's one, here's
Yeah,
one.
I mean, so
Like,
whatever the
nothing
equivalent of like
crazy.
blocks would be, you're gonna find one every like 4 to 5
Yeah.
blocks.
Okay.
Ooh. And then eventually you get to Rivera House, which yes should be a fun reference, I guess, for LKT members. For myself, Ryan, and Richard. I wonder. I don't know if that's. I don't know if that's where Artem pulled it from, but yeah.
I get it.
So eventually you get to the house for the night, and when you go inside, they all turn and give you the exact same pose again. Hey!
Hey.
Come inside, come
I feel like
inside.
instinctively, I would just do the same thing back.
Yep.
Hey.
Come inside, come inside. How was the rest of your day?
Pretty
really
shitty, to
awful.
be honest.
Not the
Yeah.
most fruitful.
You see, Hahnemann, Braun answers what he just answers, and Hahnemann just, it seems that answer may be a bit literal.
Yeah, can you tell? Ron's gonna flick off some more dirt.
I do have a very keen sense of smell. Yeah,
Yeah.
y'all
Alright, we
smell
tried
like
to take a
Dookie, Ricky says.
We tried to take a bath,
We definitely took a bath.
just to state for the records. But obviously that did not work out. I don't suppose you lot have any books or information on the sewer system, do you?
Books on a... Let me...
Are you kidding?
Give me a moment. Let me check some records.
Oh my god. Why didn't we come here immediately? Why did we come here immediately?
He goes to check, and then... Now you're just sitting there with Ricky and Hahnemann just like... So not... Y'all didn't have the best day then?
No.
I mean, you're out for a while. Seem to at least be staying pretty busy.
Accidentally. Mainly we were following a lead and going every wrong way possible. So...
I don't know. Sometimes... Listen, if there's one thing that I learned in my farming days, it's this. There are many worms in the dirt, but eventually they all come to the surface.
That's a pretty good saying, actually.
Thank you. I literally just made it up.
He's pretty good.
I don't
He's
get what
pretty
that
good.
means.
Okay, it's sort of like... I got nothing else. I just know worms and dirt.
Fair enough.
They come to the surface.
Alright.
In the interim, we'll give them kind of a happened.
Yeah. That is quite a journey. You've been through quite a lot.
Yeah.
Say, Val, that's this contacting thing you can do.
Yeah.
Have you ever spoken to our other two brothers?
Not recently, no. I didn't think it would be that easy to just send them this way, but I totally can now that I think about it. There's a few quest lines I might be able to wrap up if I just shot the sending spell out.
Maybe. Maybe.
Hey, which one do you want me to call?
Oh, do you have slots right now?
I think I do.
Okay.
I have one.
Okay.
Well, you need to have met the people to.
You
Haven't
met
we
them
met
all.
all of them?
You've met all 5 brothers.
Oh,
We have met Jacques, and
And Ivan. Ivan's the first one you met.
Ivan was the first. He made us fight the giant, and I freaking
Yeah.
scooted off.
So, would you like to message one of them now, or sending one of them now? You certainly could.
Ivan was the one with the cheese wheel, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to hit him up first, because good times.
Okay.
Hold on. This is always fun. This is well. I found all of your brothers, and they are hanging out. Hollow's Edge.
Correct.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so, hi Ivan, this is Val. I found all of your brothers, and they are hanging out in Hollow's Edge, and they totally request your presence.
All right, you get back. Let's see. I'm gonna see. I need to see if I can get what I want to say in 25 words. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All right, yeah, it works. All right. So here's what you get back. You get back. I have brothers. I can be there in 2 days. In Northport right now. Don't try Stardust.
Ooh.
So
So he's
that's
in Northport
illegal.
right now, and he can be here in a couple of days. Also, don't do drugs.
So is Stardust like the ale you didn't want me to try, or is this like a real don't try?
Don't try either.
This is a for real, don't try.
You don't want to try either, Charlie. Trust me.
But I tried one.
Did you like it?
Not really.
Then there you go.
Yeah, I'm so happy that Stardust is now basically introduced as cocaine in this world. That's my favorite random addition that we've done. Okay, so after all this chit chat, Lange will come back into the room with sort of this document. Just, we've never spoken about where the Rivera family came from. Just a bit of context, I suppose. This city, as you, I'm sure, learned in your travels, was built around the Axial Forge. There's a man, Garnet Ungard was his name, an ancestor of Ruby and the unfortunately passed Amber. He started forging here in the middle of the range, and his work was so renowned that 10 other Dwarven families settled in the area to start building it up. And at the time, the Riveras, we handled the gold and the financing and a bit of the city planning as well. Of course, that many people vying for a good spot in a burgeoning city. Eventually some rivalries happened, and our family was not on the up and up with anybody at some point. But we're back here now, and we're going to reclaim and we're going to rebuild. But we were involved in a lot of that initial planning, and you asked about sewers.
Yeah.
I believe may be the original layout for the sewers. If you're looking for any sort of standout chambers or anything like that, they all simply just seem to be small runoff tunnels that deposit the waste beneath the mountains. There's no large cistern or purifying area or anything like that. Just winding, shrinking tunnels that taper
What about
off.
the center? You said the forge is at the center of the city, right?
Correct. The forge is what everything was built around.
Is there anything beneath the forge? Usually these gates that we find are usually
in a place of ancient power, but like far beneath the earth.
I see. Much like the ruins that we explored outside Cesena.
Exactly.
I see. Well, the forge certainly is the oldest thing in the city, although based on what you were telling Ricky and Hahnemann there, I'm not sure how you'll get inside. I mean, there's runoff, old smelting materials and water and things like that go through the forge, certainly. Although, unless one of you can... Let me see here. He looks at the blueprints. Unless you're able to squeeze through, oh boy, roughly a 2 to 3 inch space, I don't see how you would get through those particular passages.
No, I'm not playing a gnome right now, so that's
They're not really built for people to go through.
Can dimension door it a few times.
Can you do that tonight?
Not tonight, no. I wasted
What
everything
if
I
I
had today.
animated the bars to move around and stuff? I don't know.
We can definitely go do that, do some of the footwork.
But if we can't get through the small pipes, then that won't matter.
Yeah, it's sort of like the sewers, like they taper off in either direction. So like as they're coming out of a building, they're just like extremely narrow pipes that widen out as more join them. And then as they get to the end of their stream, they again narrow out and they just kind of like deposit into like the soil under the mountains.
Yeah, that makes it more difficult because I would have to get out, get back in, get out, get back in. And that would waste a whole lot of magic.
There's no way you could get us all in at once.
No.
Hmm.
It's a very specific kind of thing. They have to take one person and they have to be willing.
Well, this guy, he's seemingly getting in somehow. Right?
I think it's through that freaking guild, personally.
Well, he seems to be coming in at night, moving some things around, stealing stuff. He's building some.
Do we know if he has a brother? Has anybody asked if he has a brother? Or a twin? Because everybody's got a twin in this place. Not that maybe that doesn't have any relevancy, but,
Lange does.
He does?
You're asking if Castor, the wand owner, has a twin.
Yes.
It's my understanding is it's a bit of a sore subject. He had a twin, and only one of them was delivered. And I think ever since then,
His brother inside the womb, so he has the strength of a fully grown dwarf and a baby.
and I think ever since then, well, that sort of loneliness has never really escaped him.
Okay, well that takes care of that wayward theory. Then could be what is maybe pushing him to try and become the knight, though.
Maybe. If he's getting the dreams, we don't know how it's affecting him. He's got to be finding a way inside, though. If it's through the sewers, or... Do you know if he's not a guild member? He's a wand shop. He doesn't work there.
Correct.
So he's finding a secret way in.
Seems that way.
Do you know if, based on your schematics, is there any way that we could sneak in through the sewers and get inside the forge? Preferably at night and preferably without being spotted.
Well, there's always guards out front. You'd have to almost bend the rock and the metal out of your way to make your own entrance.
Well, that is... I'm pretty sure that
he
is...
can
Cool magic.
Of course, you could also, I suppose, just have Ruby let you in, but that's her call.
We don't
And if
know,
she's
Ruby.
I can tell.
Yeah, but you know her boyfriend. Guys, all you gotta do is ask.
Oh yeah! Guys, it's her boyfriend. And we
Oh,
are
yeah.
single-handedly reuniting the five-some here.
Whoa, hold on. There's no fivesomes happening.
Oh.
We don't share everything.
I mean, you know, like fives, you know, the brothers.
Oh,
the
this was
brothers
separate
five.
from the Ruby thing. My mistake, yeah.
The brothers five. We're doing a pretty solid thing here.
Right, you said Ivan will be here in a few days. That's wonderful.
Yep, and I can message Jacques tomorrow.
Excellent. You know, if you can...
Actually, technically, I think I could message him tonight, but it'd be a level 5 spell because I've used everything else.
You could, if you wanted to. It's getting about to the end of the day anyway.
Fuck it!
Okay.
Not gonna make it through a fight even if we did it at this point.
Alright.
You know, copy paste over to Jacques.
Mm-hmm.
Found like all of your brothers hanging out in Hollow's Edge. They request your presence.
Alright, and you get a similar thing back, which is, I have brothers? Oh, that's not Jock's voice. Oui, I am French, I am Jock. I'm trying to find, I've done too many voices. I'm trying to find the accent. I've done too many tonight.
Beautiful.
You just get back, I have brothers? I suppose I could be there in 2 days. I am in Situi right now. There is strange things afoot.
Fuck, and I can't message him again.
Wait, where is he?
He's in the city of Situi, Citui, which should ring a bell to Hazard.
Sorry, go again.
The other brother is in your hometown.
Gotcha.
And he said something is afoot.
Does anybody know where Tree?
Yeah.
It is to the, it's not on your map yet. I can add it for next time. It's to the east of Octon, but I'll put it on the map. Don't worry about it.
He said he's on his way, but there's weird things happening there.
That's not good.
And I can't follow up on what right now. I apologize.
Well, I guess we'll have to figure that out.
In the morning.
Lange, if you could speak to Ruby and get us... This is the utmost important. If she could get us inside, we could catch who's sneaking in there and taking things, and possibly stop one of the Dream Knights coming through. You know how powerful and dangerous.
Of course I do. Here's the thing, though. I'm kind of trying to respect her privacy, and she needed a little time, you know, outside of town, just to herself before she takes over, you know, everything, all the business. But listen, you guys have a way of, like, what's the word? Scrying on her, though, right? You guys have that, yeah?
Yep.
You're okay with us spying on her?
It doesn't have to come from me. If you guys are trying to get a hold of her, plausible deniability.
The thing, though,
And you know, I just want to make sure she's okay.
I'm sensing a lot of red flags here.
is I think we can only do the scrying eye once a day, right?
We can do it tomorrow in the morning.
We could do it tomorrow in the morning. Charlie can man that up again. He did really good last time.
Well, thank you. I'll do my best.
Well, it's about time to turn in anyway, so if there's anything you need to do in the morning, I suppose we can do that.
Yes.
Well then, please feel free to take any of the guest rooms. I'm gonna turn in Homonym's. Wow, I can't even say his name anymore.
Homonym.
Hanuman's probably gonna do his usual meditations, and Ricky's gonna. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what Ricky does at night. But
I'll play with the dirt.
but we'll see you all in the morning. Until then, sleep well. Then he'll head off. Any RP you guys want to do, or we can just skip directly to the morning and we can do the scry and end the episode there, because that's where I planned on ending it anyway.
Hazard and Charlie like lock eyes, and Hazard is like top punk, and like sprints.
Oh god damn it! I cast haste on myself.
Well played.
You cast
Well
haste,
played.
and then do you drop it once you get into the top bunk, and immediately the point of
Oh, yeah,
the
no,
round of
I mean,
exhaustion just knocks you out?
Right to sleep.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm actually gonna add that other city to the world map now, so that you guys can just so that you see where it is. But yeah, it's C2E is Hazard's hometown. Which I don't know. Is that something you would have shared to the group when it was mentioned in the message, Andrew?
I guess. Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Sorry.
I mean,
Guess what-
regardless
that's
whether or
my
not you
couple
share
words.
it, the fact that that he said something was afoot in the city is still probably of interest to you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's concerning.
Yeah. All right. So you wake up in the morning, and Ricky's like cooking up some eggs, whatever for everybody in the kitchen. I don't handle chickens too much anymore, but I still know my way around an egg.
That's good.
Right. Anyway, if y'all want to do your scrying thing, Lange said meet him out there in the sitting room. He's got something that ought to help.
Okay.
All right. And if there are some eggs available, Braun's going to pick up a plate and just shovel a bunch on there and walk into the other room.
Hey, you don't wait till the bacon's done?
I'll come back for the bacon. Don't worry.
All right. So you got in the living
Maybe
room.
just don't like salty bacon. Just like if there is a turkey bacon, maybe give him a turkey bacon or something.
Allison, you're in the
bacon is
wrong
bacon.
city if you're looking for turkey bacon.
I'm just. Don't shake your head, Hazard. Goodness gracious. Why is everybody still in here? Let's go.
All right, so Lange will be sitting in the sitting room and just. Oh yes, hi. I understand that for scrying, it helps if you have an object of the person's.
Yes.
He'll like lean in toward Val. Will you be doing the scrying yourself?
I don't know. Charlie, would you like to try it again?
You should. The kid should not do this particular scry.
Oh, okay.
And he kind of like indicates, and he's like holding a like intimate possession of rubies in his one hand.
Ah, okay. Yes, I will.
Yeah,
I will,
maybe the kid
yes.
doesn't. Yeah.
Why do you have that?
Lightsaber. That lightsaber.
It's a dwarven
Action.
bra. Have you guys never? Anyways.
Does that belong to Finn's mom?
I forgot about that.
Finn.
Yeah, he's holding like a dwarven made like bra, and just like this should
Mighty Finn
I
parent.
imagine there's metal on there.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
This helps with the scrying. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll definitely help with these crying. Wowza, she is a full lady. Anyway, here we go.
Yeah. She
How strong is the underwiring for a dwarven body?
Jeez.
Oh God, I can only imagine one snap.
It's made of stone.
Yeah. I like rocks.
It's incredibly.
Lange is like, I like rocks too. No,
Like the back clasp is like a lock that you pick or something.
yeah. So he like.
Oh, it probably has
No,
to.
it's your 10 gold lock that you have.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah. So he hands it over and he's just like, yeah, she we had a business meeting when she started to take over, and I believe that's called the leave behind.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, but this should help you. So
Okay, let's do it.
also, don't tell her about any of this.
No.
Yeah, this is to help.
Discretion is always key.
This is to help
Yeah.
you guys, and also just so I know she's safe. I care about her. All right, so you do your scry,
Yes.
and you do your scry, and you see a snowy, snowy mountain. At
As I see a snowy, snowy mountain.
At the peak of said mountain, there's a dwarven woman sitting by a fire. And that is what you see.
What's she doing?
She's kind of
She's
sitting
just
by the
kinda-
fire, just staying warm. She seems to be deep in thought.
Hmm.
Just
Fishy dress.
Hanging out on the side of a mountain.
Contemplating divorce?
I mean, if I knew that my significant other was giving other people my bras, you know, hey.
That's a conversation.
Well, I'm guessing that didn't give any of you much. But I do
Well, not
happen...
really.
I have a pretty good guess as to where she is.
You know the mountain?
Well, her family has a retreat up on Mount Hator, and if I had to guess, that's probably where she went. Seems like a place you would go before you take over the family business.
How far is it from here?
Well, let's go back to the big map. I gotta bounce you guys twice to get there because I have so many sheets or so many screens. All right. You're here in Hollow's Edge. Mount Hator is right here. Or Halor, sorry, not Hator. Is right there. It is 5 miles outside of town at the base, and then you gotta hike up about 10 miles. So it's gonna
We
take...
gotta hike 10 miles?
If she's at the summit.
Fuck, man. Now, Valson teleports up there.
I can do it at 1,000 feet increments.
So you got you have basically about 15 out of, you see, it's 25 miles in a day I think is general on foot travel. So you've got basically a little over half a day's travel if you want to get to her.
I don't think that includes up mountains, especially snowy ones.
All right, then it would probably be a full day's. By the way, C2E is over here. He's on the east of Octon. Hazard's
That's where the spinner is.
Hazard's old stopping ground.
That is not how I spelled that at all.
I
Goodness,
literally
let me just-
typed in what is the Elven word for city, and that is what the city became named.
Sudowee.
Yep.
Sentra.
So anyway, yeah, that is where he believes she is.
Well, it's
And
either that,
it's
or
a-
talking to her and getting us in there, or we try and break in there.
Which seems like a bad idea.
There's no pull you can get us, Lange, trying to get us in there. Are you a guild member? Are any of you guys guild members?
No, not me. And let's be honest, do you think the guy who's in business with the boss would really just mosey his way in there? They don't even trust her fully yet.
Well, let's put it to a vote. Do we go get her? Do we go talk to her? Or we try and find another way into this forge?
Seems to be our best lead. I guess we go for it.
That was a choice. There was two options.
Is it? I think we go with her. Otherwise, I don't think we got a way getting in.
Okay.
But that is...
Are we sure we need to get in? I guess.
If there's a gate, and if he's trying to get in there, most likely there.
If he wasn't a contributing factor to everything, I wouldn't be so worried about it, but he is. Especially if he's
Caster?
already saying that he killed people.
If we go talk to Ruby, we might have help.
He might. It's not a bad idea. Oh, to me, it does seem a little... Not like a waste of time, but it does seem like it's really out of the way when we could just be like, hey girl, come home, quick! I've seen her now. Would I be able to send to her?
You know her name, and yeah.
I
Call
can
her.
try to call her home.
Call her.
Okay, yeah. This will be interesting because I do not know her and she does not know me, I do not think. Ruby. I'm a friend of. Hey, buddy. How good is your relationship with her? Like, if I say, "Hey, I'm a friend," she's not gonna be like, "Bitch," and she'll like come at me, right?
He looks at you. I think you'll be fine. I mean, listen, it's still new between us, but you know.
What is the last name? Riviera?
Rivera, yes.
Rivera? Riveras. Are in Hollow's Edge. And we ask you to come home due to an urgent matter. How about that? That sounds okay?
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
I send it. Ruby, I
Um,
am a friend of the Riveras. We are in Hollow's Edge and we ask you to come home due to an urgent matter.
And you just get back.
No.
You just get back. Please don't bother me right now. I have my own important matters to handle.
Oh, please don't bother me right now. Freaking.
Listen,
Yeah, we're
you
gonna
te-
have to go get these.
You
kind
tell
lady.
Merida to get over here right now.
But Mom, I don't want.
Oh yeah, and she also says,
beer.
if you had the chance to change your fate, would you?
Would you?
Would you?
All right. So I guess y'all know where you're headed next time then. Up Lay
Yeah.
Mountain. Up Mount Halor. Cause she ain't no Halor back girl.
Oh,
Damn it.
come
I didn't think of.
God.
I didn't go in.
Awful.
I didn't plan on making that joke, and it literally just came into my head. Because Halor is also just like a random dwarven word I looked up.
We'll stock up on cold weather gear and climbing supply.
Cool.
Actually, Braun actually still has his climbing.
Oh right, yeah, because you rappelled on that bridge
Mhm.
a year ago at this point or so. Man,
Mhm.
all right, well, that's an episode. They know where they're going next time, folks. We'll be back with it's gonna be interesting. There's gonna be some interesting stuff next week. I don't want to tease too much, but let's just say next week is also a certain holiday in the States, and maybe that'll be related to the episode somehow.
Wait. What?
Turkey.
Thanksgiving's next week, Andrew.
Is that next week?
It is. It's next
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thursday.
man.
Are you sure?
Dude, we're almost yeah.
It's this hellish year is almost
Huh.
over.
That hellish decade.
Yeah.
It's been a rough one.
It's been a time. But hey, you know what? But it's been a good episode. It's been a good episode, darn it. And that's thanks to all of you. You on Discord and all of you on YouTube. Thank you.
Brought to you by viewers like you.
Thanks.
Nice. Jinx,
how you
Andrew.
both did
All right, bye everybody.